lips and black raw. In the projects, rich is whipping that black hard. Rhymes the same. My skills is whipping that crack hard. Look at LeBron James. The black guard got big lips and black raw. As soon as I leave Earth, it's back to the stars. Right to job lives with jewelers and girls. Just ask not to buy through the world. Yo, my mental vision, setting up intuition. And you really don't have nothing if you intuition. I work with light just to give birth to life. I was born in all forms in the perfect night. The black god got big lips and black rods. As soon as I leave Earth, it's back to the star. I am the ruler, just like the Lion of Judah. My third eye feels like an iron computer that's dark matter and deep thought making your heart shatter. I sleepwalk, talk with smart chatter, so I don't need you to ride or die with me. I got ancestors that vibe from the other side with me, and they beam up life after death. We got noses on our eyes, cause the light's a breath. My priceless flesh, the final copy. Look like Anunnaki, like God. Got big lips and black raw. In the projects, rich is whipping that black hard. Rhymes the same. My skills is whipping that crack hard. Look at LeBron James. The black guard got big lips and black raw. As soon as I leave Earth, it's back to the stars. Right to job lives with jewelers and girls. Just ask not to buy through the world. Yo, the black guard got big lips and black rods. In the projects, rich is whipping that black hard. My rhymes the same. My skills is whipping that crack hard. Look at LeBron James, that nigga's a black god. And you wonder why we spit lead. Just the whole raps, niggas got big heads like old Mac. Way that I'm writing is more than vain. This is the age of enlightenment. We the Moors of Spain. Now that your honor, I pray to a black vagina. Even the Pope prays to the black Madonna. In the sun, I shine as bright as I be. I'm the greatest of all time, like Muhammad Ali. And when I die, baptized in the fire. Only flag night, black skies are higher. Prior to job, my lives with jewelers and girls. Just ask not to fire rule the world, rubies and pearls. The black god got big lips and black raw. In the projects, rich is whipping that black hard. Rhymes the same. My skills is whipping that crack hard. Look at LeBron James. The black guard got big lips and black raw. As soon as I leave Earth, it's back to the stars. Right to job lives with jewelers and girls. Just ask not to fire rule the world. Yo, the black guard, from infinite to infinite stars, it's infinite light. My life's got an infinite charge. The instruments I implement to give strength to your heart. The temple within, the imprint, mimic the art. Into the dark, the dragon spark the fathom from a higher consciousness. I talk with atoms, I live in the land, and I live in the stars. Original man, I am the image of God. On the touch, I'm Amen. I cut diamonds, so as long as I live, nothing can stop shining. You gon' need to be in the bins to drive me crazy. Live on CNN, hearing cries from Haiti. You know the people down there trying to hide them babies. The black guards, surrounded in light, attract stars. Black guards, surrounded in light, attract stars. The black guards, surrounded in light, attract stars. I told you, all of my critics, I told you all, that I was the greatest of all time. Crown of the home and high tall, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee, and Obi, the Hopi is OG, coming to restore the crown of the Tomahawk chop. In the Tiger City block, big buffalo people coming back to wreck shop, shit, pop 'em out and pop, can't stop the rebirth for raw, indigenous rock with the native chant, Christ war dance, at the clans, anyone who plans, that's the shepherd war dance, seven feather owl, the Moorish code of owl, all these 14th Amendment rappers throwing the towel, where compass and travel, these masons taking oaths, this like an ancestor selling their souls to ghosts. I raise my glass, make a toast to aboriginal hosts, traveling through the cosmos, that's both me and that's on top, my wounded knee bandaged up, Black Hawk, what's up, Geronimo skull, we taking it back from the tomb of the bones, when we coming in the rooms, and we zoom like, oh man, I talk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee, and Obi, the Hopi is OG, coming to restore the crown of the home, and I talk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee, and Obi, the Hopi is OG, coming to restore the crown of the home. Let the heavens, let the sunshine in, that you can hear the dancing. I'm about to begin, giving love to all the ancestors that's tuning in. Here comes the Judas Kid with some more offering.
Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, send home the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Where the fuck am I going? Who the hell could I be? All this time I've been lost. Vessel trapped in the sea. Chains holding my legs. I just want to be free. This pick in my throat. Hell yeah, they know it. Heritage keep going. You can see it in my phenotypes and that damn Indian showing. This knowledge keeping me steady. 45 on my hip and my armor man stay ready. I hit the streets in my Chevy. Blunt, burn, smell smoke in heaven. Man, here you go, I got plenty. Prayers up for what's in it. In the land I lost many. Cause every nigga ain't feeling. Ain't every man ain't willing. No D-bows but Stanley. No heroes for my family. What a pigs killing us daily. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, send home the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, send home the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Where the fuck you come from? Kidnapping our babies. 11 million abortions. Whole country is scorching. And stealing my portion. Bitch, give me my land back. We ain't signed no contracts. Why you wasting all of our trust funds? We don't know who your daddy is, but we know who your kin for. Take the food off of my plate. Leave that shit with my folk. Invader. Motherfucking invader. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader. Send home the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader. Send home the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Hey ya. 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 All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader. Send home the invader. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader. Send home the invader. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader. Send home the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Hey yeah, 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 hey yeah. Peace, 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 peace. This sound for your brother Hanukiel, aka Intelligence One, aka A1. Shout out to all our Aborigines north and south, as well as the Caribbean islands. Peace to gods, peace to goddesses, and lights, to all the brothers and sisters throughout the Americas. Um, we're gonna do an old school build today. Felt like I need to get this one out the way because, do another bill like this for 2020. I don't think I did a bill like this within the last 2 or 3 years. So we just want to kind of be going through some things today. For the most part, man, I hope everybody good. Hope everybody staying safe out there. Just give me a second, man. I'm gonna be kind of getting into some things. Just trying to find my vantage point. All right, let me see. Alright, just give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, just give me 1 second. I'm just looking for something real quick. Alright, bet. Let's get into this shit. Alright, let's get into this shit. I'm just gonna start with a couple sources I'm gonna probably be reading up throughout this build. So this is definitely gonna be a heavyweight jam. Alright. So let's go to here. Let's go to the starting point. Shout out to the brother, the 1828 definition of the word America for bringing this term through to the brothers and sisters for the most part. So this is the 1828 definition of the word America. It says the name America originally applied to the Aborigines or copper color races. And let me just tell you guys something, right? Outside, whatever you think your origins or the term or name or any term that you think that they use to represent the Aborigines or time tribes that was on this landmass called the Amaruki or America or the Amarukan, okay? And they refer to us as numerous terms. I choose to use the word Aboriginal or time tribe because that gives me a vantage point to claim everything that came through the Americas. And not just like niggas say generalize on some Indian or any of the Indian culture that we may think we're part of. So, alright, so it's in Native America originally applied to the Aborigines or copper color races down here by Europeans. So, one of the key terms here is copper color, right? Copper color, right? Now look, let me line this up real quick. Let's line this up with someone who actually came and actually can give you a description to what they refer to the people as, and let's see if it lines up. Because you got some of you guys who's trying to make a claim and state that it was all these people here, but none of the archaeology or none of the original human remains that was found here validates that. Okay? So, you know, we have to start looking at a lot of these guys who just be trying to put information out as. I mean, they use the term pseudo, but we already know what they are. You got guys who think Africans came here when they can't even fucking prove that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, my theory has always been validated by facts. Because what is they giving you? They telling you, first of all, they brought black people here. So that would put you under assumption that every so-called person that you refer to as a black person, you think came here via the transatlantic slave trade or the stories that they're telling us. But we know, according to what they are telling us, they're telling us that it was millions upon millions of Aborigines here already that had the same phenotypical types of people that they claim they brought here. So if they're telling you that, then how do you know who came here and who was already here? Because under my observation, and like I said, when you're dealing with culture freedom is going to be the scientific method as studied and as researched by your brother Hunter PM. So it's choppy. Let me see something. Damn. I do not feel like going through this shit again with this goddamn microphone. Mic check. Mic check. Let me see. Speaker, mic check. I don't know what the fuck is up with this goddamn microphone, man. Alright, let me get a couple mic checks. Let me see. Yeah, man, people chat room, shout out to everybody. Alright, oh yeah. Alright, mic check, mic check, mic check. Let me turn this shit up a little bit. Mic check, mic check, mic check. One, if you can hear me. Two, if you can't. Mic check. It's choppy. You're still choppy, you guys. Do I sound better? Just let me know if it sounds better or do it still sound choppy. Sound better or still kind of choppy? I see all ones. I just want to make sure before you sound like you coming from Mars. You funny. You funny. One still a little choppy. Okay now. Alright, man. Static. Let me see. Let me see something real quick. Make sure everything is correct. Right. Okay, right, cool. Let's get into that. So like I was saying, all right, so boom. Let's just give you a little understanding of what I'm talking about. All right, so look, this is the joint right here. We're gonna run a little shit up today. So it's gonna be a heavyweight jam. So you guys definitely stay, you know what I'm saying, share this on social medias, share it on your YouTube channels if you guys have one, so we can get and like I said, this is just for scientific facts. You still have to do your genealogy. You still have to find out who your ancestors was for the most part. But like I said, the speculation of how a lot of people are speculating. You know, some people came from Europe, and black people here, and they came from Africa. We have to really, we have to kind of like sum it up to, you know what I'm saying? Are we from here? Are we from Europe? Or are we from Africa? And I think that we've been proving this over the last I'm gonna say last 10 years, and there's been numerous different people who presented a lot of this information. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to do an old school build today. I didn't really want to get all into the semantics. I was going to do an old school build. All right, so this is a PDF. Say how many people were here before Columbus. Now remember, according to my understanding, I don't deal with these timelines. I use these timelines as a reference point, but when it comes down to, I don't deal with them. Right? So these are the people who they saying are the original inhabitants of this land, Max, right? And they stand on this. And you got other people who stand on this and show us these people and play with our motherfucking psyche, right? They see these people right here. These are the people that they claim. They said photograph from Edward S. Curtis from the North America Indian, courtesy of Christopher Cardoza. Okay, he's saying lost people, gallery of photos, 1900. Now remember, these are the people they telling you from the 1900s, right? Now this actually is right here. Now this says low estimate, right? So we got two estimates. We got a low estimate and a high estimate. The low estimate is made by Alfred Kerber, and his estimate was made in 1934, and he estimated that it was 8.4 million people, right? And then so in 1966, you got Henry Dobbins. He estimated that it was 112 million people throughout the Americas, right? Now, as you see right here, let me open it up a little bit. So as you see right here, start from in our area where we're from, because this would be where the Mississippi runs and all up in here, right? So in this area where we from, the north, south, or right here in this area, it's telling you it was 37 million people that was in this area right here. And this looked more like the south going all the way into Florida. And then there's also another estimate that it was 13,500,000, right? That was also in this area right here, right? So that'll be a total of 51 million people that, according to their studies, that was in this landmass where our people was from, right? All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. A lot of shit pulled up. All right, let's go back into here. So, okay, we're gonna go back here. All right, so this is from Arizona. We're gonna load this up with some more Arizona work, right? So he's saying right here, he's saying these people refer to the people that he ran across in the Carolinas. He said they go naked except that they cover their private parts with certain skins of beasts like unto martins, which they fasten onto a narrow griddle made of grass. Very artful work. He said hung with tails diverse other beasts with round about their bodies, hang dangling down to their knees. Some of them wear garlands of birds, feathers, right? It's saying the people are of a color of rustic, right? Red. Color rustic and not much unlike Saracens. Their hair is black and thick. Man, let's stop there. Let's deal with this right here. The people are color rustic, right? So let's go to copper color. Let's see if the copper color substantiate this claim. Right? So copper color right here, right? So these are synonyms for copper color. We got burnished, we got chestnut, we got copper, and we got rustic. So let's click on rustic. Well, rustic is a form of rust, right? Let's see what color rustic is. So as you see, this is the color they're telling you rustic is, right? Which is a brown, a derivative of brown, right? For the most part, right? So now, even when we go back here, right? It says the copper color races, right? Let's look at another derivative of copper, right? So this is great in the color of copper coins, okay? Now, as we see, they got three different variations of what they refer to as a copper color. We got red, we got red brown, and we got brown, right? So if you look at the different variations of these so-called pennies, you see we got the brown right here, then we got reddish brown, and then we got the red brown right here. Now all of these are variations to our people. You know what I'm saying? And the different shades that they come in. Now, I am generalizing because I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm not here to make a claim for everybody throughout this land. I'm not here to make no arguments that people white was here. I'm not here to make no arguments that mongoloid was here. I'm only here to make my argument that my people was here. So all of that other shit is very irrelevant to what we're trying to do. And if anybody presents any of this fuckery to you guys should be on your defenses more than you are when niggas mention the term more. So you got fuck niggas out here proving that white people was here, or trying to make claim that mongoloid people came here, or they was originated here. Then we have to refute that claim. Not just, I mean, you know, and like I said, even with the brother Kierwa, refuted the claim in 5 minutes, man, under 5 minutes. Didn't even have to debate, knockout, boom, pick him up, give him some smelling salt. He's done, right? So these are the derivatives of the color brown, right? All right, so let's go into some other things, man. All right, so let's go here. Let's go back to another derivative of horizontal. All right. So this is from a book called Horizontal, the Voyage, right? Now, right here. This is another explanation to what he was saying, right? So let me start from the top right here. Let me see. Here you go right here, right? It says, so this is various tails and other animals which hang around their bodies as far as their knees. The rest nude and head likewise. It says some wear certain garlands and feather of birds. They are of a dark color, not much unlike Ethiopians, and hair black and thick. Okay? Hair black and thick, right? So let's line this up with some more stuff. Let's see. Let's go here. This is a news clipping from the early 1900s, right? Matter of fact, I think this is from, let me see something. All right, so this is the Saturday Evening Post, right? Philadelphia, Saturday, June 7th, 1828. Interesting. 18 motherfucking 28, right? These 4 letters of American history. It says Rothenquay, Professor Rothenquay. We got his book too, so don't worry about it. So, let me see. All right, here you go. It said the continent of America has ever been the field of philosopher delusions, as African fables and monsters, and Asia of religious creed. All of the various systems and theories, monks, philosophers, order of origin, climate, and habitats of America has been repeatedly destroyed by facts, and yet they find to this day many believers. To this day, they speak and write of red men of America, while there is not a red man, nor never was in this continent. To this day, they attempt to separate the American language from all others, while the root and structures are exactly like the Eastern continent. All right. So let's go down. All right. Let me see. Listen, there's some stuff in here that's going to kind of sway, but we got to be smart enough to you know what I'm saying, to understand exactly what's going on, right? It's saying, let me open this up a little bit more. All right, boom. All right. It's saying when we are led by systems or do not investigate and compare subjects in all their bearings, we are apt to fall into these delusive mistakes. But whoever will take the trouble, as I have done, and compare the feature languages, religions, customs of all the nations of the 5 parts of the world, Asia, Europe, Africa, Polynesia, and America, will find, as I have, that mankind is a unity, many derivatives of features, complexions, languages, religions, governments, civilizations, etc., and all derived from a single primitive type of those effect and common central focus. All right, so it says, to this advice, this result in a single but striking point, doubted to this day by superficial inquirers. It is superficial to mention that there were in America before Columbus came nations and tribes. Say my mic still low, man. Oh God. Y'all gonna have to bear with me, man. I can't fix the what's in this. Y'all gonna have to kind of bear with me. Let me see something, man. I don't know. Let me see something real quick before I go back in, man. I ain't doing this shit for my health. All right. Let me fuck with the mic. Give me a second, y'all. Let me fuck with the mic again. Let's see if this works. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Hold on, let me make sure. All right, you guys, let me know how I sound now. Good on your end? Ab TV, Piece of the Gods. I'm good. All right, bet. Let's go. All right, so. So he's saying it is superficial to mention that there were in America before Columbus came nations and tribes of the following complexion. Right? Now look, check this out. Now he's saying coppery, all right, tawny, olive, dusty. Now we're gonna dodge the white shit, okay? Because I don't believe there was no white. Them was the people who came here that was probably slaves, or right, and probably mixed in with some of these Aborigine, indigenous cultures. Okay. All right, he said dark brown and black, but none red unless painted. It's saying, and that all these complexions are found in Asia, in Polynesia, and in Africa. Okay? Now look. They said the Native American Negroes or Black Indians have been seen in Brazil, Guyana. All right, it's saying some of them, such as the Auroras or Cororis, it's saying and Kaminin were black. Okay, were black, but with fine features. Some saying long hair. I don't agree with that. Okay, but we keep it moving. All right. Now. It says, let me see something. Get your ass out of here. I'm sorry, that's my cat. My bad. Fellas, we gotta ride with this shit, man. I mean, like, I'm hitting everybody in the chat room. People in the chat room said we good. Look, are we fucking good or not, man? Because I mean, I can't keep stopping, man. These texts is fucking me up. So before I even go further, are we fucking good or not, man? Press 1 or 2. If we not good, we gotta stop this because I'm not doing this shit for my health. I'm not doing this shit to hear my motherfucking voice, man. So you guys in the chat room, be legit. Can y'all hear or can y'all not hear? All right, if I'm good, bro, everybody saying I'm good. Chief, if you can't hear me, you might have to fix your mic because everybody's saying I'm good. All right? Matter of fact, you know what? I'm putting a link in. I'm going to put the link in there. So if anybody want to come in and help me, but please do not break my stride on what I'm doing. All right? Come in. Do not break my stride. All right? What I'm doing. All right? I'm not doing this shit for my health today. All right? If you can't hear me, let me know. I'm putting the link in there. So if somebody want to come in, just let me know if I can hear or not hear, please come in. But I got a lot of shit to read. I do not have time to be talking today. All right? So if you want to come in, come in. Other than that, I got to keep it moving. All right? So let's go back where I was reading, man. All right, so he pretty substantiates. Oh, my God. I'm going to turn this shit off, bro. All right, so he pretty much substantiates this and this right here, right? But then we're going to go ahead. Let's go to his other book. All right? This is Primitive Black Races by Samuel Roth and Quay. And Kid, give me some motherfucking respect for my motherfucking source, nigga. All right. So let's go into this. All right. So right here, it's saying there were formerly in America as now tribes of all complexions, which I already told you we're not even gonna go into that. I'm gonna show you some other shit, right? It's saying as elsewhere, yellowish, meaning that these people could be mixed. A mixture of the so-called Europeans that came here and fled into some of these nations, right? And mixed with some of these people. So when he got here in 1828, these could be the people in which he seen, okay? But that don't mean that these people are aborigines or Tanchans to this land, okay? It's saying yellowish, olive. Now we know olive come in brown, black, and green. You never seen a goddamn green man before, so we have to make the observation that he's a brown or what we consider to be a dark black olive, right? Coppery. We just went over the color coppery. In olive, we see a color rustic that's similar to copper. Tawny is also the same as copper or olive. Reddish brown. Reddish brown. Okay. Now we just showed you according to the copper color or the so-called synonyms of copper. Okay. Now it's saying incarnate or white. Okay. These motherfuckers right here, we know ain't no Europeans indigenous to this land. So now you got to do your observation or do your research on where these motherfuckers came from. If they are not in Tanchans, if they're not sprung from the fucking soil, then they not aborigines. I don't give a fuck who came here and found who here. Okay? Now, also he says there are tall, dwarfish men 8 to 4 feet called giants, pygmies, etc. All right? So now we done winning that, right? Now here's another PDF I got right here, right? Now, let me see something. All right. So it's saying there is no hint or suspicion that these Negroes are escaped. Now, what he's doing in this so-called premise, he's talking about Balboa right here, right? So let me go to Balboa. So he's giving these are all sources right here, right? He's saying an explanation of this statement lies in the evidence that there were Negroes in America long before Columbus arrived. All right. Now, we already then kind of went through a lot of this shit to see it, right? Now it's saying Balboa, talking about Balboa again. It's saying found Negro, now they saying slaves. It's saying of the Lord. You gotta kind of bob and weave some of this shit, right? It's saying he asked them whence they got them, but they could not tell them, nor did they know more than this, that men of color was living nearby. And they was constantly at war with them. It's saying these were the first Negroes that have been seen in the Indies, and I think no other has been noticed. So this is Peter Martin. This is another source. It's saying writing in his third decade, according to Magnat in 1912. It's saying give fuller details of the Negroes discovered only 2 years earlier and a year before Thomas de de Berlanga. It's said to have brought to the Americas the first banana, because this is actually research on bananas in America, right? They also link the bananas to people in the Polynesians or the Pacific, as well as certain people in Africa. I think one of the places they mentioned is the Congolesians. All right. Now that's interesting because when we talk about Albert Perry, they tell you that some of the Congolesians have a similar genetic or similar DNA to Albert Perry, but they're not saying that they're the same. All right. So let's go down. So there's no hint or suspicion that these Negroes are escaped slaves imported by the Spanish. On contrary, Peter Mara offers a complete different solution for their presence. He continue. It is thought that Negro pirates or Ethiopians established themselves after the wreck of their ship. Now remember, they always going to tell you that anytime a black person came here, either that they came here from Africa, they're never going to give you or say that these people are the original people here. Because even when we read the original, when we get into some of this archaeology that I'm about to go into, right? So it gives you a description right there, right? But here. All right, so here. So Hutton, this is another source, reporting on the pre-Columbian skeletons dated about 900 AD, dug up in the valley of the Peco River, which flowing through Texas and New Mexico. It said empties itself into the Rio Grande, right? It said into the Gulf of Mexico. It is so struck with Negro features and their skulls that have been, this is 1930, saying write the following, saying table, saying compares the means of 6 indices in which Peco pseudo Negroes with, they saying Zulu, and Ghani, Confari, and Northern Negroes. It said Negro groups are a little more, whatever, I can't get that word out right there. But basically, he's comparing these people to the people that he found in here. And these are some of the studies in which they compare these people to the people that they found here. Right? All right, that's another source. Let me see. Alright, so let me see something. That's the end of that right there. Let me see something. Let's go on to this book right here too. We can go on to this. Since we're gonna bank it on love, I'm gonna put all my sources out there today. Alright, so right here. This is Patrick Mimmons, Slavery in Cherokee Nation, the Kitawa Society. It's saying there's every possibility that the relationship between Africans and Native Americans stretch much further back than many historians are willing to acknowledge. It's saying though it is highly a controversial topic. It seems possible that the first contact between African and Indians did not occur in the early 16th century, as is commonly assumed, but possible that has been underscored by the discovery in Brazil of a Negro skull dating back some 11,500 years ago. Luzia, she been called. That's saying could transform the thinking about the people of America. We can no longer say that the first colonizers of America came north from Asia, as previous model has proposed, says Dr. Walter Neves, the discoverer of the skull. Right? Now also here, it's saying more text detailing red and black relationship. Now remember, he just told you one of the red people here. So this is kind of still from the observation of people thinking that these Mongols was here, right? Most texts is detailing red and black relationships in North America begin with Africans among the exploration of De Soto, Ponce de Leon, and Navas. It's saying, however, in his work, African American, Native Americans, the language of the race and the evolution of the red and black people, Jack Forbes cites the myth of South America that features a close cooperative relationship between the spiritual powers of Africa and of America. Now remember, Bob and weave that, okay? He concludes his discussion of this relationship with the statement. Thus, in spiritual as well as secular, it's saying since the American African people have interacted with each other in a variety of settings and situations. These interactions may have had begun in the very earliest times, okay? Long before Columbus. Now, they saying Africans, but that's under their observation, right? Long before Columbus, Africans may have been using a favorable sea current and small boats. Now remember, that's just observation right there. It's nothing to prove that. That's what they're trying to prove, to say that the people here, they came from Africa, but they don't know where they came from, because the Europeans that's telling you the story are just they just ran into science with the creation of eugenics and all this other shit. So from a eugenics mind state, they always going to say that the so-called melanated or aborigines here came from Africa or came from somewhere else, right? But we're going to get into that as well, right? All right. So, favorable current, small boats came to America. One of the reasons Columbus was returned voyage to the New World. A report on the Indians of Espanola is saying, who said that there had came into Espanola from the south and southeast a black people who had a top of their spears made of metal, in which they called Ghana gold. The Canary current, which runs off the coast of Senegal and then turns into the Atlantic, into the Caribbean, is strong enough to carry a vessel from Africa. Remember, that's all bullshit. Buck dodged that and bob and weave that, right? There are also other indications of pre-Columbian contacts with Africans in a variety of settings in America. The megalithic heads carved out of ancient Olmec bear distinctive African features. Now he's saying distinctive African features. Don't mean they're African, okay? Similarities between African pyramids and the reed boats and their counterpart in America, as the photographic linguistic similarities between Northern Africa and Native American culture. All offer evidence to support the idea of ancient contact upon observing the Olmec sculptures in Mexico in 1869. Dr. Jose Serrana reports as a work of art with exaggeration, magnificent sculptures, but what astonished me was the Ethiopian type representation. I reflect that they had undoubtedly been Negroes in this country. Okay? We got some more? Yeah, we got some more. William Bartram, an earlier botanist, also spent time among the Southeast Indians. Also noted the great pyramidical and chronicle mounds of earth. All right, Tetragon. It said James Adair, an early trader among the Creek and Cherokee, described the state houses and temples the following Jerusalem copy in surprising manner, having a strong imitation of Solomon's temple. Dr. Leo Weiner has proposed that African traders of Guinea found a colony near Mexico City. Now he's talking about Tenochtitlan, right? It's from which they exerted the cultural and commerce influence extending. Now he's saying this is extending north to Canada and south to Peru. He suggests that the indigenous culture, including the Maya, Aztec, and Inca civilization, was strongly influenced through the contact with African civilization. Now remember, they only saying African because they saying these people are melanated. That's it. Don't think that they're Africans. And these stupid niggas out here, like MBK and some of these other guys, just because they're saying they're Africans, and these niggas will stand on their square and believe that, right? Going back at the Pan-Africans, we going at you Mongoloid Native Americans, we going at you other Native Americans that's presenting that Europeans was here, and this pseudo garbage shit, right? All right, so historians and scientists August Lepangen in the 19th century to Barry Fells in the later half of the 20th century has exerted that possible African contact with ancient America. All right. Let me see, I think that's that. Yeah, all right. So that's that for that. Let me see what else we got here. Let me see what else we got. All right, so let me see this real quick. I have a PDF right here. I'm gonna come back to this one right here. I'm gonna come back to this one right here. This is not exactly what I'm looking for. All right, let's go into some of this real quick. All right, let me see something real quick. I'm gonna go to the other one with this one. All right, so let's get into some of this real quick. All right, so this is from the article about Lucy and the Satalagata and skulls that they found there, right? So, all right, so here it goes. They set of bones from the skeleton from Brazilian prehistoric made up of 42 men and 39 women, with the age estimate dating between 7,500 years to 11,000 years. Challenged the most accepted theories that the first inhabitants of the New World, skulls from the region of Manas, indicates that the original discoverers of America had Lucia features that recalled those of the present day Aborigines of Australia or blacks of Africa. Okay? Look, here it says, nevertheless, they were very different from the people of Asiatic origins. It's saying with Oriental or Mongoloid traits. Okay, so you guys that don't want nobody to use these terms, you have to create some other terms that we can use. Until then, we're gonna fucking use them. Okay, so go back out. All right, so this is cranial morphology of the early Americans from the Lagana, Brazil. Implications for the settlement of the New World. Walter Neves and Mark Hibby. Now, the funny thing is this, right? Now, you got people who which these motherfuckers might be part of any of how do I want to say, secret societies. Now, the original people who've been doing these studies, they was like who can kind of challenge these people who've been doing this shit. Now, you got other people that come in and add their theory to it. But we got to go with the original people who originally put this stuff through. And just remember that a lot of these Native American tribes, all of the skeletons and stuff that they find in America, these people claim and take for their own, right? So look, it said comparative morphology studies of the earliest human skeletons and the New World have shown that whereas the prehistoric recent and present Native Americans tend to exhibit a cranial morphology similar to the late and modern Northern Asian, short and wide neurocranial and high arthrogratnic and broad faces, and relative high and narrow orbits of nose. The earliest South Americans tend to be more. The earliest South Americans tends to be more similar. Now check this out. Now they only throwing all these different melanated people out there to confuse us, right? But we can just go with Melanesian and sub-Saharan African to really substantiate our claim. But he said the earliest South Americans tend to be more similar to present Australian Melanesians and sub-Saharan Africans. All right, let's go to another one. All right, so this is another one. This is the Hellenstein human skeletons that they found here. Right? Now, even presenting all this information, you still got motherfuckers who would challenge all of this shit, right? So this is the abstract. It's saying increasing skeleton evidence from the United States, Mexico, Colombia, and Brazil strongly suggest that the first settlers in America had cranial morphology distinct from the display of most late and modern Native Americans. The Paleo-American morphology pattern is more generalized and can be seen today among Africans, Australian, and Melanesians. Here we present the results of a comparative morphology assessment of a late Paleo-Indian, earlier archaic specimen. All right, it's in southern Brazil. Skeleton was compared with samples of 4 Paleo-Indian groups: South America, Central America, a worldwide modern group. Howell studies in both analyses perform a classical morphometric and geometric and morphometric. The results shows a clear association between, it's saying, Paleo-Indians as well as Australians, Melanesians, and Africans, confirming its Paleo-American status. Okay? They ain't saying nothing about no goddamn crackers in here, okay? All right? And this is the beginning of our article. It's a new earlier Hellenstein human skeletons from Brazil, all right? So you're going to keep it moving, all right? That's another one. Boom. Let's go here. All right. So it is now known that the cranial morphology of the first human who entered this continent was very different from the pattern prevalent in later times. Currently in America and East Asia. These findings suggest that the New World may have been colonized by 2 very different biological populations. Now, they ain't saying nothing about no goddamn crackers in here, okay? It's either Mongoloid or melanated people, in which they're going to get into the description of them, right? It's saying 2 very different biological populations, both coming from Asia, one exhibiting a cranial morphology more similar to the first modern humans and still maintained in Africa and Austral-Melanesia. Okay? It's saying, and the other exhibiting a very distinct morphology known as Mongoloid in a classic lecture. Similar analysis of a few hundred human skulls available in North America has suggested that a dual occupation, although not as clear as the Central and South America. All right. Let me see something. All right. If the Americas were settled by 2 very distinct human populations, what happened to the Paleo-Indians? This is a crucial question because from the point of the view of the molecular biology, as mentioned before, by present Native Americans are suggested that the homogeneous in the terms of the haplogroups. 4 haplogroups are shared, right, by all present Native Americans, and a 5th one in North America groups, all right? Let's put that out there, man. Let's continue. Let's keep it going. All right? And go another one right here. This is the morphology affinities of the earliest known Americans. All right. All right. So it says several studies concerning an extracontinental morphology affinities with the Paleo-Indians carried out independently in the South and North America has indicated that America was first occupied by non-Mongoloids. All right, it's saying that made their way in the New World through the Bering Strait. In the ancient time, first South Americans show a clear resemblance to modern South Pacific and African populations. Okay? It said while the first North Americans seem to be unresolved morphology position between modern South Pacific. Now I ain't saying Europeans. You gotta bob and weave that shit. Okay? Because they know who they saying. All of them is consistent with what they're saying the first Americans are. Okay? Yeah, we don't need to go into that one. We can go. Let me see. It's the same one. Alright. So it's another one. Yeah, so this is human remain from the Sabana de Bagata. Now remember, in Mexico had a tribe called Bagata, the Bagata. Okay. Um, let's see something. All right, so this is from the second article. All right. It is now known that the cranial morphology of the first humans who entered this continent was very different and pattern prevailing in later times and currently in America and East Asia. These findings suggest that the New World may have been colonized by two very different biological populations, both coming from Asia, one exhibiting a cranial morphology more similar to the first modern humans and still maintained in Africa and Austro-Melanesia. Okay. All right. This is another article. Let me see. Oh, I got these shits for days, nigga. So we can really get there. All right. Let me see. Hold up. It's this one. All right. So this is the results of the study that they did. Let me see. It said when only a chronicle varied information is taken into account, it can be observed that while recent samples present in general geographic logic with series from the same regions appearing closer to each other. All early samples appear closer to each other in central regions of the graph in proximity to proximity to sub-Saharan African series. Okay, so aspected late and recent Native American groups appear to be associated with East Asian population. All right. All right. So that's another one. I think we went into this one. But yeah, I think I read this one. This is pretty much the same thing. All right, so guys, New Luzia, shout out to my brother NY Supreme, wherever you at, my brother. Thanks for sending me this article about 5 years ago. I definitely appreciate you, my brother, wherever you at, man. Love and light to the God, man. All right, so Smithsonian Institute magazine, DNA from a 12,000-year-old skeleton helped to answer the question, who was the first American? All right. So this is the diver and the skull that they found, okay, which is in the Yucatan. So right here, say, but there lies a puzzle. Modern Native Americans closely resemble the people of China, Korea, and Japan. But the oldest American skeletons does not, say archaeologist and paleontologist James Shatter, right? So and go ahead. A small number of early American specimens discovered so far have smaller and shorter faces and longer and narrower skulls than later Native Americans, more closely resembling modern people of Africa, Australia, and South Pacific Islands. That's it. This has led to the speculation that perhaps the first Americans and Native Americans came from different homes. Period. Okay, the first. We're the first. We're the Tanchan. Okay? This is another article right here called the Man Monthly Record of Anthropology Science, right? So, all right. So let's go into this right here. All right. So Negro skeletons remain from an Indian site in West Indies. All right. So in a recent paper of this. A recent paper in this journal by Braxton, Trevor, and Julian. It's saying implies that an undeformed Negro physical type inhabited the Virgin Islands in pre-Columbian times, okay? Pre-Columbian times, okay? Not only is this an implication contrary to previous accepted findings in the Antillean area, as will be shown later, but it also failed to give adequate consideration that the possibility of these skeletons remains representing an intrusive Negro burial. This is the mere presence of a skeleton in the sand shell mound. So they found these Negroes in a fucking mound, a shell mound, okay? It's saying of the Indian origins and lacking careful stratigraphical records is not certain evidence of a primary association with the accompanying artifacts. Moreover, I venture to say that the physical anthropologists familiar with the American Indian skulls would would mistake for Indians those illustrated by Braxton, Trevor, and Julian. Indeed, most of the physical anthropologists would probably be less conservative to say Negro instead of Negroid. It supports the opinion that these authors are describing Negroes. I wish to present a similar case in Barbados and in the British West Indies from correspondent Mr. E.M. Shilstone of Bridgetown, Barbados. It appeared that in August 1933 he commenced to excavate a sandy ridge about 50 yards from a watermark. It's on the shore of Chancey Lane, the southern coast of the island. It said the ridge proved that the kitchen mitten containing many objects of Arawak workmanship. It's saying pretty much. So you guys get it. Okay, so we found Negro skulls that was in what's the name pre-Columbian times, right? All right. Let me see. Let me deal with this. Yeah, pretty much we can go into this one here. All right, so this is another article from the lost golden books of the Maya or whatever. You know, I believe that Mu existed. A lot of people don't believe it though, but for the most part, you know, he talks about so-called people from South America populating in Africa, right? We don't need to go into this one right here because we already kind of been into that one a lot. All right. So, let me see. Analysis of the Hall-based skeletons of St. Thomas, right? All right. All right, so let's look in this one right here. All right, during the summer of 1974, archaeologists St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands rediscovered two extended human skeletons from an archaeology site at the Hall Bay of St. Thomas. The presence of the colonial coffin nails indicate that at least one of the skeletons was intrusive into an older Indian archaeology site. However, the older skeletons lack colonial or modern artifacts and was directly associated with an Indian pottery. Both skeletons subsequently were sent to the office of the territory archaeologist, the government of the Virginia Island, to the Smithsonian Institute, Washington, D.C., for our examination. The reports present the results of our examination and the current interpretation of the skulls. All right. So this is their observation of it. So skeleton A. Skeleton A representing a relative, complete, well-preserved skeleton. A 33 to 41-year-old Negro adult male, approximately 170 centimeters by 67 inches. It's saying in stature. Let me see, 67. That's a little 5'7". Yeah, that's 5'7". Right? So he was about 5'7". A diagnosis of a male is based on a general rudeness of the skeleton, large, massive process of the skull's morphology, pelvic, etc. I ain't got to go into all of this shit. Right? Let's go into the next one. So it's saying, morphology evidence fit a Negro racial affiliation of the skeleton. Negroid trait included. We don't need to go into it, but pretty much he's just explaining. This is another article saying that in the St. Thomas that they found Negroes. We done went over this before. I've been going over this last couple of days with this nigga Roth. So this is quoted, cited from the Congressional Serial Set, the United States Government Printing Office, the 57th Congressional First Session, House of Representatives, the document 179. It's saying a report of the Industrial Commission on the Agriculture and Agricultural Labor, Washington government Printing Office. This was created in 1901. All right. We kind of read through this before. I don't need to go on into this right here, but he's given a description of the people that was in South Carolina in the region of Beaufort. Okay, so the most peculiar thing is this quarterfish in his book on the human race asserts that the fact that Africans lived on these islands long before the discovery of America and Christopher Columbus. Now you know what they're talking about. It's saying he is of high authority and says that the Yamasee Indians were Negroes. Okay. Now he go also in here to say what were known afterwards, after the fiercest of all the Indian tribes of the South. They're saying the well-known Yamasee Indians were Africans, which we know they weren't Africans, but that's what they're saying, right? So we go down there, questioned by Mr. Phillip. They say it is a fact that they were darker than the other Indians, all right? Let's see something. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me read this part right here, because I never kind of read that part. Let me hop this real quick. All right, so right here. So it's saying, and the hair was different too. So it stated by one of the most distinguished ethnologists in the world. Another corroborative proof is that the Spanish found that Negroes was equal to 10 Indians for work. Now this is just some other shit. I ain't gonna go on That's semantics right there. We can't prove none of that shit right there. Hold on, I got some more. This is another article. Let me see something right there. That was the same one. We kind of went into that one. Alright, so these are just some of the sources. Substantial weights, what I'm talking about. Let's go into some other things. Let's go into some book sources real quick. So let's see this one. We don't need to read that one. So it's saying Negro Indians and rebellion. Alright. It's saying terror in the Chickasaw Nation. Alright. Just gonna share it. Alright, so this is, let me see what this is. Alright, so this is American Indian. So this right here. So this is a guy named Langdorf. He's saying who visit who visit San Francisco on the coast of California confirmed the observation. He says that the voyage, the Indians there are very dark complexion, approaching to be black. They have large projecting lips and broad flat noses. Okay, it's saying indeed many of these features, as well as the physiognomy and almost the color, bears a strong resemblance to the Negroes. There, no, it's saying to the Negroes. It's saying their hair, however, is long and straight. Now we don't have to even, we can dodge and weave that right there. I don't agree with that, but we can kind of bob and weave that right there. But let me see what else we got there. We don't need to go into that one right there. Another one, Seminole Indian chief described as a Negro. You guys have seen that one before. Let's see. Is this something I want to get into? Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Alright, so this is talking about the Muskogee race. Whatever. It's talking about the people they found in Florida. Let me see something. Let me open this up a little bit. Alright, so the Muskogee race is saying included the Choctaw, Chickasaw Creek, Seminole, who occupied territory in the Gulf states east of the Mississippi, possessing almost all of the Mississippi and Alabama, the portions of Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, and South Carolina. It's saying many early notices of the people are exhumed. It's saying they were met by Naraz in Florida. So let's go to that some here. What they telling you right here. They're telling you right here. It's saying representatives from each town who also met annually on occasions required. The artificial deformation of the skulls were practiced by nearly all the Muskogee tribes, chiefly by the Choctaw, who were called by the settlers flatheads. The Muskogee population at the period of the first contacts with the whites has been estimated that 50,000 souls in 1905. They was numbered rather more, but this estimates including about 50,000 freemen of Negro blood. All right, so they telling you right there, even though that they be bobbing and weaving a lot of shit, you got to kind of use your brain according to what we already got here. All right, so what is this? All right, do we need to use any of this? Let me see something. Nah, we good. We don't got to really go into this. What's that? Alpha? Okay. Look at fuck. Okay, that's something different. Yeah. All right, so this is a book called Paradise Found. It's saying how the Earth was populated. All right, so um, this is in the words of some explorers that I think that this they talking about Columbus in this particular book, but this is also a flat Earth book too. Um, they talking about how he sailed westward and the heat became extreme, but he said after I had passed the meridian line which I have described, I felt the climate because gradually became more temperature. It says so that when I reached the island of Trinidad, where the North Star rose 5 degrees at night on there, it's saying, and in the land of graces, I found the temperature exceeding mild. The fields of the foliage likewise was remarkable, fresh and green, and beautiful as the garden of Valencia in April. The people are very grateful in form. It's nice and less dark, okay? Less dark than those I have encountered and seen in the Indies and wear long hair long and smooth. All right? They still giving you an observation that these people was melanated people. What the fuck is this? Oh no, all right, that's that. Now look, now this is from the book. Let me see. Unexpected faces in America, right? So look, and the evidence shows the presence as well as the well-known old world races in America, namely white, black, yellow, and no, it's white, black, and yellow men from across the ocean. I am not as sensitive as Professor von Wantuno is saying is to the fine nuisance among the hybrid. But like most people, I can tell the gross difference between or the gross differences among relatively full-blooded Mediterraneans, white Africans, Negroes, and Far East Mongols. Okay, and so can we. We can tell the difference between all of these people. Right? Um, right here. It's saying, though these gross distinctions on the figurines should be obvious to anyone, they are denied by many pre-Columbian. The pre-Columbian. It's saying some of the latter say that the ancient statuettes found in Mexico showing black skin, kinky hair, and flat nose and thick lips indicates nothing about the composition of the Mexico population. All right, so that's a statuation as well that we know was Negroes there. Now this one kind of going to a bunch of shit. I'm gonna pass through it. I'm talking about Balboa again, Mexico City. These are just some of the images that he found in unexpected faces in America. You got a fez on. Look like got another type fez on. Alright. Now he calling all of these shits Negroid. It's a powerful terracotta head from Veracruz with Negro characteristics. Okay? More images. Now they got a thing called the Negro rock mask. Right? And that's supposed to be this mask right here, just to show you this right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. But that's a closer look at it right here. Now that could be anything. It don't have to necessarily be a face, but I mean, considering how it's laid out, we have to kind of, we gotta kind of consider it, right? But that could just be a, you know what I'm saying, a form of nature for the most part, all right? We don't need to go on that. Some more images, Omex. I think that monkey guy. Hold up, let me see something. Read at the bottom. It says Negro terracotta heads found in Mexico. All right, pre-Columbian. All right. I ain't find no Europeans, but these niggas still saying white people was here. Right. Hope you're a monkey god. Let me see. All right, you don't need to look into that. All these pictures he's showing you, he's saying Negro. And they found this also, and this nigga look like he got a fez on with a tassel on. I don't give a fuck what you niggas say. This ain't no goddamn feather. This ain't no damn war bonnet. This shit look like a fucking tassel right here. Okay? It look like he actually got like a fucking kufi on with a tassel like the 5%ers be wearing. I mean, if you will, you gotta kind of be open minded to this shit. All right? More images. You saying Negroid. Some more images. so this is just another source. I read it, why not, right? It said the Maya Arthur represent the lost land by the figure of a black man with red lips. It said what implies that the mostly inhabited by a race of black men. In this case, the presence of black skinned population in the western continent is an interior to the advent of the Spaniards. Right? Let me see something real quick. In fact, you know what? This is a good one. Let me see this one. And remember, Bob and Weave it, all right? This subject has been discussed by numerous writers, and the results of their labor leaves the reader more perplexed than he was before he pursued their speculation. In the course of their research, it appears not, no, it has not appeared that when Columbus discovered America, now they saying it contained either a white man, or a Negro. It's saying or other black men. It's saying, and this is a very wonderful event. When we consider the extreme climate, the complexions of America is of a reddish brown. Now remember, I just showed you what reddish brown. It's rustic, copper. It's saying nearly resembling the color of copper. Okay, okay. What is this? I don't know what the fuck that is. All right, so this is 100 amazing facts said about the Negro. According to J.A. Rogers, right here, we go to number 16. He talks about, and this is where that Raffinquay, no, not Raffinquay, this is where the Carlos Travis Marquez sources came from. All right. So he's saying on the presence of the Negro in America before Columbus, Carlos Chavez Marquez said the Negro type is seen in most ancient Mexican sculptures. The Negro figure frequently in most remote traditions of some American Pablo. It is to this race doubtlessly belong to the most ancient skeletons and distinct structure of the two of the red American races. Now, as Raffinquay said, there is no such thing as red American races, but we will bob and weave that, right? It's saying which have been found in various places from Bolivia to Mexico. All right? And this is from his book, Estuto. I can't pronounce that shit though, but it studies, I guess that we want to say archaeologists and ethnographical. Okay, all right. So now here we go to. He said, go right here. See Professor R.B. Dixon, The Racial History of Mankind. These are pages 400, 401, 409, 441, 449. It says Dixon emphasizes that the fact that there was an early Negro strain in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and in Central America, India. Now look, when we get to Rhode, when he's saying there was already Negroes in Rhode Island and Massachusetts, all right. Now we can be clear to say that the Pequots, the Wapanaki, Nassagara, and all the other tribes had to already be there. Because he's saying it was already Negroes in Rhode Island, Massachusetts. So when these niggas talk about Paul Cuffey and talk about these people that was already, because we can even see today the Pequots, the Wapanaki, and all these people, they're only of two different phenotypical types. Either they white, black, and a mixture of both, which will be a mulatto or, in the words of Chief, a mestizo. Okay. Um, it says Columbus says he wanted to find out what the Indians had told him. It's saying that they had came to it from the south and southeast, Negro people. All right, this is the journal of the third voyage, page 6. Let's see what else we got. Well, this is actually that book by R.B. Dixon. Let me see something. Let me see this. But he's still talking about the proto-Negro type that he found in Massachusetts and Rhode Island, right? Let's see. And also in California. And this is from that book. This is a translation to the book by Constant Carlos Chavez Roth, right? I don't need to read that because we just summed it up. All right. So this is the introduction to that book. It said we can, however, be confident that north of the Caspian type is far and away the most important of one of the La Pentarhan group, whereas the Platarine and the proto Negroid largely outnumbered the proto Australian. It said at least in two most important series, those from La Glagata Santa in Brazil, I can't pronounce this, Pautalcalo in Ecuador. Okay? It's saying now the presence of a strong proto-Negro factor among the prehistoric cranium rises the particular troublesome question, as well known as the modern population of Brazil, both, and I'm saying both Indian and white, bob and weave, that is known to have considered the considerable infusion of Negro blood in this period since the 15th century. However, as we can tell in these cases, it's saying living on the tribe, such example of the Caraya of the Brazilian highland. We know when we find evidence of a strong proto-Negroid factor, whether this element is to be seen regarded as aboriginal and derived from the ancient stratum of the type, or is to be traced in recent miscegenation. All right, let's continue. All right, I don't want to be into that. All right, talk about the paint. Let me see. All right, what the hell is this? I'm glad you guys still with me. Let me see. Let me come out for a second. Take a little break. All right, peoples, how we doing up in here, man? How we doing up in here, you guys? Can you guys still hear me or what? We still good? And even that term Negro, right? Let's see something real quick. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys something too, real quick. I was showing y'all the last time, right? All right, so look, let's go real quick since we building on some shit. I got a bunch of different stuff here. Let's go to the Gala basket weaving. All right, let me see something. I want to show you something while we on this. Let me see this one here. Hold up, let me see. Since we on this topic right here, because these niggas gonna tell you these Africans, right? Let me see. All right, so look, see the basket techniques. Now they're gonna try to say these techniques are West African, right? See this? Here's some of the Gala basket weaving. It's like a bouquet of flowers or some shit, roses that they make. It's more of the baskets. And this sister right here, I think she's from Africa. But I'm gonna show you some similarities. Okay, let me go back up real quick. That's the Tyree thing in full swing with all this information. Let's see this one right here. All right, so this is the Gala Sweetgrass basket creations, bro. So you see the baskets. Let me see if I collect on this. Let me see the collections they got. These are some of the Gala baskets. But look, that's their baskets, right? Now check this out. Let's go ahead real quick. Let's go to the Micmac. Now these people is in Nova Scotia right here. Right? Now, you see the sister right here? She's a Micmac, right? She's actually in Halifax, Nova Scotia, right? Let me show you some. Look, they go more of the Micmacs, right? Now, these ladies make the same goddamn baskets like we seen. These people are Micmac. The Micmac would have been part of the Algonquin. But they would have been, the Micmac would have been, they found hieroglyphics and all that, like in the Virginia region. They're saying that the original people, these people came from the Virginia region, okay? Which would have been right close to the coast of South Carolina. Okay, so what we find similar basket weaving in that same region where the so-called Gauls saying they bought this shit from Africa, which is all bullshit, right? Now look, and they get a genetic look. These are all the baskets that they making, right? Different types of baskets, pretty much similar to the same weaving. Let me see. See that one right there? Now, let me see something. Now you can't tell me that these shits don't look the same. Now this is just one variation of them. There's hundreds of them in here. Now look, it said it has all the characteristics of a red basket weaving by the black women. They talking about the women that they found in the Micmac that's in Nova Scotia and Halifax, right? Some more baskets. Look at this one. See? That's similar. We see something similar to that. Look. Now they telling you that these motherfuckers, the Gala, came from Africa, right? But they live in the same region where the fucking Micmac and the Algonquin was also at, because all of that would have still been Algonquin. The Muskogee tribe would have been Algonquin as well. Look, these are some other, all of Muskogee. Look, this is where they gather to sell their little baskets at right there. I'm trying to show you. Let me see. That's a good little read right here. That's where they come at. It's black women surrounding baskets. Like I said, the same basket weaving technique. Alright, so let me see what else I got here. Do I got anything else to show for the most part? Oh, you know what? Let's go on. Let me see something. Where Hakeem Bey at? Matter of fact, let me go here real quick. Now, just for people who's talking about the term Negro, right? All right, so this is just the use step. I'm just gonna kind of connect it. It said the word black may include all Negroes, but the term Negro does not include all black people. It said we are of opinion that the word white, Negro, mulatto, and black person, whenever they occur in our Constitution, must be taken in generic sense. The word black person, the 14th section, must be taken contra-distinguished from white and necessarily include all races other than Caucasians. Right? So let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick. So we kind of touched on it just since we using the term Negro, right? And so as far the term Negro became synonymous with slave or a servile status, it said it lost any specific color references and became a general term of abuse. Darker people prefer to be called Puerto as a result. It is highly likely that the Spanish also referred to slaves generally as Negro in the Caribbean, and that of the Dutch took over the same practices. Since Negro and Niger was not Dutch words, as had no immediate equivalent except swarthy, darker, or brown. A Dutch, French, Spanish dictionary in 1639 has the following entries: the Spanish, Negro, Noir, Sombra, etc. We don't need to go into that, but just to give you a little understanding of how they're saying this, right? But you know what? While I'm here too, I got something else to say. Boom. This is what we was talking about before. I was actually looking for it, right? All right, let me see. They're just talking about the mounds. They saying that the mounds that they found in Louisiana on what's the name? They saying that they're older than the ones that they found in Egypt. Now we already then showed you the pyramids. Forget the mounds. I mean, the mounds is one thing, but we know that the pyramids here are older as well. Right. So let me see. I just want to make sure I covered everything I wanted to kind of touch on for the most part. Let me see something. All right, so we showed you that. Um, let's go into screenshots. I got some other things up here. Let me see. Let me see. look at this picture I found. Actually, I found this in the National Archives, right? Now look what it says. It says, Florida group of natives, Indian River, right? Florida group of natives, Indian River. Now look what these motherfuckers it look like. These is niggas, man. They calling them natives or Indian River, right? This is what the Timical, aka the Seminole, looked at like. Because the Timical ain't nothing but the the Seminoles, okay? And the Yamasees and all that shit. The Yamasees are also connected with the Timical. I want to tell you that people went into this area and joined. Nah, motherfucker, we had a connection. All of that shit was connected to Florida. See, if you don't know that Florida and Georgia and Alabama and Tennessee and all that shit was one going all the way into Central America, then you wouldn't understand. Now, let me see something too, real quick. Let me see. No, hold up. Let me go off for a minute. Party people in a place to be. I'm just gonna take a quick break real quick. Let me see something real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat room, man. Shout out to all the Aborigines, North, South, and Central, and conjoining islands, man. Shout out to all the Native Americans. Shout out to all the African Americans. Okay, shout out to all the Indians that think Africans came here, but yet they can't fucking prove it. Let me see. Alright, hold up. This is what my brother gave me. Let me see. Real quick. Got a few things up here. Alright, you guys, give me a second. Still hard to hear, man? Let me see something, man. Let me see. Yo, let me get a mic check out there, man. Can you guys hear me? Or I still got static in my still sound a little staticky. Get a 1, 2. Shout out to the motherfucking African agents in the motherfucking chat room, man. Shout out to Native American agents in the motherfucking chat room, man. Y'all can hear me. All right, no problem. Sound better now. All right, no problem. All right, so let me see something before we go back into that. Let's go back here. Shout out to my brothers, man. Thank you guys for holding me down, man. Appreciate y'all, man, as usual, man. All right, let me see something. All right, boom. There you go. Right here. There you go. Right, this is exactly what I wanted to show you guys. So look, go back into this motherfucking wormhole, go back into the matrix, right? All right, so look, this is a map right here, right? So it's the Confederate possession close to 1861, right? Now look, if you see right here, from all the way from fucking Washington and Richmond, all of this shit was connected, all the way into Texas and into Central America. All of this shit was connected right here. All of this shit. Now they only filling these names in as they name them, but we know that these people ain't had no power to come here and name shit. So you gotta kind of bob and weave a lot of this stuff. But as you see, the map right here, the map goes all the way from shit. I'm gonna say right here, what, lower Delaware, all the way into Florida, and Florida all the way into, they don't stop right here in Texas. They go all the way into, what's the name? Let me see. It's another map. And you see all of where all the dark is at is where we was at, for the most part. And even this political map. You see where all the dark is at right here? This shit went all the way into motherfucking Central America, man. All the way into Central America. Alright? Just wanted to show you guys that for the most part. Alright, so any more sources? Yeah, I got plenty of sources, but fuck it. Let's get into some images, man. We ain't doing nothing, right? You guys got time, right? Y'all ain't doing shit, right? You guys got time. Let's go back into the original presentations to all this shit, bro. As you see, you can see the American, right? American got that same little fucking feather with a fucking like some shit like a turban type joint on, man. This don't look nothing. And he got like some incense. Like this is like some incense type joint. Look at this, man. Look at this. This ain't no goddamn Indian, nigga. This is the gods. This is who we was, man. These niggas telling you Indians, man. You see this shit right here? This is what we was doing. It's like some type of, like, he got like some incense. This is like an incense holder. Or like something that, you know, some type of fragrance. Or he burning something that's coming out outside this little vase or whatever, right? But this is what they said the American looked like, right? Look, let's go down right here to the bottom of the page. Now look at what the Indians look like, the Aborigines, right? But then when you look right here, this is a goddamn camel. I know it looked like a llama, but I don't think that's a llama. I think this is a camel, because it looks like it has humps. But nonetheless, though, this is the Aborigines right here. And look, you think these crackers came here and built this shit, or did we build it? All right? Some more images. Some more images. More images. These are not Americans. These are people from Japan. These are Japanese people. These might have been the people who was in the Nagasaki region before they bombed it, right? All right, some more images. Black Indians. Some more Negro Indians. Some more images right here. Now notice none of these people got hair that's hanging down. Right? Just, you know, from observation of the picture. Like I said, bordering with natives of the Patagonia. Right? Look at these. These are natives. Okay? Everywhere we fucking look, we see the white man come. We don't see. Look, in this picture right here, right? Now remember Yakutan. Right? Now look. Check out what the Indians look like. And I show you guys this shit. Look at the Aborigines, right? Look. This is where I think they created the Europeans at right here, bro. The Yucatan is where the monkey, where that monkey, what's the name, is at as well, right? Look, I'm gonna play a video for you if I get time. Matter of fact, you know what? Should I play it real quick right now? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna play it. Let me see if you guys can hear this shit. Let me see something. Give me a second. You know what? Give me a second. Let me take this down real quick. I want to try to hear something real quick. Just pertaining to that picture right there. Let me stop sharing it real quick. Let me go back up in this joint. Let me open another one up. Hold up for a second. I think it's back up here. See, hold on. I think it's this one right here. Now, you know what? I'm gonna have to go back and look for it because I don't want to play the wrong video and even start it because you know how it is trying to get these videos in here. See something. You know what? I can't find that shit. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna find it and I'll play it next time. Let's go back into this picture, right? All right, so look. I got this bill when Taj Tariq Bey. He was talking about the monkey and the monkey god of I guess Mexico or the Yucatan, right? He was saying that these was experimental labs, man, where they was doing genetic experiments at, right? Now, if you see these little white angels. I don't know what that mean at this point in time, but that's not my case here, right? You see the melanated so-called aborigines that's here, right? But then when you go down right here, look what you see. You see white people. Look. What you see, white people? Look. Look at this shit. I don't know if you guys can see it right here. Look. You don't see these white people right here in the corner right here? Where the fuck did these people come from? Huh? Where the fuck did they come from? Where did they come from? This could be where these people was created at, man. I'm telling you, man, you got to take some consideration into this shit, man. All right? You got to take some consideration. Now, I do not think that these people was here for 1,000 years, man. I do not think that. I don't think these people been here for the last 500 years. Okay? All right. Going to some pictures. Another image they found. I'll be showing you this guy all the time. The one they found in Florida. Let me see. Peru. You see Peru? This is like a fucking camel right here. More melanated aborigines. Just to go with the theme of the video. Yeah. More Negroes found here. Boom, 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 as you can see. Now look, if you look and see, right? Look what they carrying this guy on. Look. Look, they carrying this nigga on some type of throne. Look, you don't see no Indians being carried like this, okay? They carrying this nigga on some type of damn throne, bro. You niggas think this ain't no Native American culture right here, bro. Look, this nigga chilling. Nigga giving them a shotgun. Probably got a motherfucking peace pipe, right? The more images. Let me see something real quick. I got that. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me see something. I'm in this one right here. Let me see if I got America, a mistaken moment here. Right here, there you go. That's another image. And like I said, man, we gotta use our goddamn brain when it comes to this shit. Shout out to my brother Coda, brother J Freeway, shout out to my brother Jack, TV, AP, Chief Holiday, and everybody else, man, that been rocking with Igma from day one, man. Shout out originally, man. This is the image, and you see got emojis on it. And they show the so-called, I don't know if you want to call it a queen or whatever the hell you want to call her, whatever her title will be. It could be statue or what's the other term that they use? Statue, I can't think of the other term right now, but shit, let's say empress, fuck it. See, she's melanated. Now you see the European lady right here. Look, she's in a Serbian position, like she's serving her with something, right? You see this? Alright, it's just an image. I just wanted to show you guys this. This is nothing extraordinary, but we gotta take a lot of stuff into consideration. So I don't really want to go into much further, man. I'm gonna put the link in the chat room if anybody would like to come in and like to just expound upon anything that I presented today. If you have any problems with anything, please let me know. Please be aware that I am on full fire sign mode today. So you come in with any disrespect, you will get met with disrespect. For real, for real. Okay. Take a link for anybody if you would like to come in. I like to challenge or, like I said, elaborate on anything that I've showed. So. God damn, that shit moving fast than motherfucker, man. Alright, what we got going on up in here? Alright, we got the Geechee guys in this motherfucker.
Yo, mic check, mic check.
You're the place to be, Money Grip. What's good with you?
What's good, A1? Hey, I was just gonna say, that goddamn animal you talking about, it's called a comma.
What you talking about? The one that look like a camel.
It's a camel llama hybrid. It's called a comma.
It's called a comma.
Yeah, I put the link in this chat.
Okay. And where do that where do it derive from? I mean, it's like a offspring of, because we know Packers and the llamas and all of them is in the camel family.
Right. So from my understanding, it's a genetically modified hybrid. You know, like it ain't nothing that happened usually naturally uh in nature, but with the help of some human influence, it can be done. Which would probably show we've been crossbreeding and doing that shit for a minute. You know what I'm saying now?
Yeah, I believe that. I definitely, yeah, that's a motherfucking fact. We've
Because
been
I don't think commas is something they found it until later on in science. You know what I'm saying?
hmm But
But
that's
but
probably where the word camel come from, though. We said comma, camel. So, you know what I'm saying? Just with the EL on it.
yeah, but I don't, like I said, I don't know when they actually found this animal. You know what I'm saying, in this time, day and time in science. So I don't. But we seeing references of the same animal back then too. That's all I was saying.
That's a good observation, man. Definitely, man. How everything going on with you, bro?
Hey man, trying to get the fuck out of this hospital.
What you had? Congratulations, man. I know you said you had a seed the other day.
Yeah, I had another boy, number
You
three.
had another boy? What'd you name him?
Yeah, number three. Four boy, 4 girls and 3 boys.
You got 4 girls and 3 boys.
Yes, sir.
Damn, boy, you're a busy man, man. You're a very busy man. Shit.
So much is given, much is expected, my brother.
Hey, my brother, look, I got 5, so shit. I know exactly what you mean. I'm done. I'm 44. I'm done, man. I can't. Shit, I can't run around with these little guys no more, man. Shit, my daughter, man. Shit, she got running like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, when I get that age, shit, I'm gonna be done too. I'm 31 now, and I got 7. So when I get your age, I'm for sure gonna be done.
Damn, damn, son. You say you 31? Hey, man,
Yeah,
that's what you supposed to be. What they say, be fruitful and multiply. Shit.
hey, you gotta get it while it's good. While it's good, must be doing something right. People keep wanting to have babies with me, so
Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, hey, hey. Shit.
hey man. But I'm glad.
Damn.
I just want to shout out the ancestors, man, for giving me an opportunity to just experience this. And I wanna give you a shout out, my brother, because you, man, you make it so much easier for me to do what I do, because you just constantly come with so many sources, bro. Like, the sources you put out, my nigga, I don't even really, if I didn't want to, I wouldn't have to find a lane. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have to have my own lane if I want to. I could teach this Aborigine shit simply off a UNAP channel and pull all y'all niggas sources off, and I'd be a goddamn master teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like, no cap. So I just want to commend you for all the sources and all the work you done put in, my brother. I appreciate it. You make my job a lot easier, and you make everybody else's job a lot easier. So I just want to give you your roses while you're here. You know what I'm saying?
hmm You know what, though? We flow off each other, yo. Um, Definitely. I remember when you was presenting that Australianoid argument, and I didn't even understand that. Like, remember when you was talking about the Australianoid?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
want
yeah.
to you want to elaborate a little bit on that if you want to?
Yeah, because that was really early in my in my research, right? That was really the thing that clicked my motherfucking brain on when I seen that years ago, when I seen that video of the nigga who looked like Shannon Sharp, and they got him.
depicted as an American Australoid. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we went and did the etymology of Australoid. We figured out that it was Austria just means southern, Lloyd just refers to people. So you know what I'm saying? But that right there in itself proved to me that that we could potentially be a different phenotype than other people that is associated with us. Like that's what really clicked it. When I seen that, I was like, wait a minute now, hold on now. Both of these people could be considered what we know today as Africans, right? So why would they explicitly depict this motherfucker as an American Australoid, something that's totally different from the Negroid and whatever, and the Africanoid, as they say. You know what I'm saying? So it really got my brain just thinking like, wait a minute, man, it's other types of people on this motherfucker than they, whether they dark or not, right? The only way that we can really distinguish one organism from another organism is their physical characteristics and their behaviors they exude, right? So when I start looking at our physical characteristics as a whole, meaning like Black Americans, right? And then I make a reference to other populations in Africa. You know, there is a slight difference in phenotype, a slight difference in for a lot of people in physical characteristics, and as far as cultural characteristics and behavioral characteristics as well. So that in itself distinguishes us as our own people, and that really kind of like, I talked to a couple of OGs. You know, I talked to Kalinago, I talked to Koda Kibe, and that really helps shape my understanding and give the proper respect of us being our own individual people that we, you know what I'm saying? It allowed me to do so. And yeah, we had a lot of goddamn conversations about, whether we the Australoid, we the Negroid, we were this, you know what I'm saying? But that was really like the genesis for me. Like when I seen that, I was like, oh, okay, that's all a nigga needed to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Definitely. I mean, you presented that shit like you said. You 31 right now. You presented that about like 4 or 5 years ago, man. I remember we was going in on
Right.
shit. This is how long we've been going against MBK and a lot of these Pan Africans, man. 'Cause I remember we was all on the panel together. Me, you, Chief. Who else? Me, you, Chief. I think Dame was on there
AP.
too. I don't think AP was on at that time. He wasn't on that one. This was when we had the nigga Chief X. We had the nigga Chief X, the nigga
Oh
Cuban.
yeah.
Remember we had them on there. This is like, and this is when we first had MBK on there, and Dame was on there with us.
I forgot all about that bill. Where the fuck is that at? We need to get that shit archived.
That gotta be on. That was on MBK. That was on MBK channel. I forgot. Matter of fact, was it on my? No, I don't think I got it on my channel.
I
I
think
know
it
I
might
got
have
it
been
on.
on trial. I don't know who channel it was on, but that just shows you, goddamn, how much we done been doing this. How we done been in every facet of a arena. We done talked to the who's who of motherfucking intelligence, man. Like we ain't playing with this shit.
That was a while ago. Yeah, we've been doing it for a minute, man. You know, like I said, man, just to present the information to people, man. It's like a lot of this stuff, man. You gotta definitely respect the research, man, because it takes time to do a lot of this research, man. It definitely does. Like I said, even when they show you the so-called Olmecs, they don't show you that the Olmecs got braids in the back of their head. You know what I'm saying? They don't show you that, so we know goddamn well these are not no goddamn mongoloids because they can't even keep braids in their head long enough. You know. So
Well,
shout out to
this is
my
the
brother
thing though.
Jack.
Everything that we motherfucking is known for us, right? They're gonna socialize it to be for them, right? So they ain't gonna tell us the Olmecs had cornrows, right? But as you can see now, if you look through current motherfucking daytime, you can find just as many people, different types of people that are not us, rocking cornrows, rocking our culture, and doing these things, right? So if you fast forward 100 years or 1,000 years, and the motherfucker be digging these motherfuckers up, they gonna come up with these same faulty conclusions and these same faulty narratives. You see what I'm saying? Because you can really paint science to be what it is that you think it is to be, and that's what we gotta understand. nothing can be a fact unless it's posed as a theory, or you know what I'm saying? You have to come up with a hypothesis for it first, right? Which means you had to make the shit up, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
That's right.
so we can't keep standing on science like it's God's gift to us when we know that the basis of science is observing some shit and then coming up to a motherfucking understanding about how the fuck what you observe comes to be, right? That's science. It's not simple, like, but it also starts with you making some shit up in your head of what you think to explain the anomaly that you're talking about. And that's where they gonna always lose, my brother, because they stand on that instead of standing on just common sense and common logic that you can prove and apply a methodology to. So yeah, we got Jag in
That's
the
a
building.
fact.
What's good, bro?
What's happening, man? Salute to the gods,
What's good?
man. Peace to the chat.
Salute, salute.
Salute to the goddesses and all, man. Y'all already know, man. The great one, the supreme, man. But like you say, man, I mean, it is common sense because like we were saying in the chat earlier, man. Even today, we usually, we'll usually identify with each other by land first. You know what I'm saying? Whether you give your name, whatever, you like, yo, where you from? You see what I'm saying? And so, just based off
Yep.
that, you know what I mean? I mean, it just shows you. And then, okay, so so who your people is? People get to explain their people, and then more than likely, somebody gonna know somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's how we rock. You see what I'm saying? Just simple shit like that. Observation of that. But when you take somebody around grandmama and you don't know who they is, you don't know who their people is, and grandma asks them who your people is, and she ain't never heard their name, then okay, shit, this person might not be from here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that we got to get back to. That's why I say, going back to family reunions and stuff like that. I know this year was pretty shut down with the BS, but I know a lot of people trying to use a lot of like internet sites, stuff like that, to trace people's family and stuff. I can see it. Maybe you was adopted or something, or maybe you like was an orphan, something like that. But if you got
Then you
family,
ain't got no
man,
choice.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like you at least, like I say, go to the family church or start with your last family reunions. I know somebody creating a book, a pamphlet, or something with the pedigree, with the tree. You know what
Talk
I'm
about it.
saying?
And they got all the names that's associated
Yeah,
with y'all. Johnson Smith, the
yeah,
fucking
The
all
death
y'all got different names, but
certificates.
y'all all under the same tree.
Yup, the death certificates, the birth certificates and shit, man. Peace to the gods, man. What's good
What
with
up,
y'all,
tree?
brothers? The
salute.
shit, man. The shit, man. Y'all going in, man. The brother hitting it dead on the head, man. A lot of these motherfuckers is tracing their family tree on the fucking internet instead of going to their family and shit. And that shit is up for hoes, bro. Because you might think a motherfucker's a part of your family and they got that shit wrong. But
Exactly.
Hey,
hey,
real quick, let me just throw this out here. What Jack, so I don't forget what Jack was saying, right? Your grandma usually knows somebody of their peoples and shit like that. If you start talking to people, right, that's one thing we all could unify under. I guarantee about 99% of y'all niggas got family from the South. Y'all got family from Mississippi. Your
Word.
family from Mississippi, goddamn. Most of y'all niggas is Geechee, Mississippian, and all that. So if you get back to just that, right? Oh, your people's from Carolina? Okay, cool. You cool. You family now. We can build off of that. We get back into that, then we might can start doing something. Cause you're right, bro. A lot of us we identify with our regions or where we from. And most of y'all niggas is from the same fucking place. No matter where
big
you
fact.
at, you know what I'm saying? Most of y'all from the same squad. So build on that.
Big facts, bro. And that's and like one thing about like I say, like, man, like where I'm from, like where I grew up at in Chicago, bro. One thing about it, damn near everybody from that bitch is from Mississippi or either Alabama or Louisiana, or Arkansas, right there in that
All right
section, right
then.
there by the river. Like you hitting it dead on the head, bro. Like if you go on the East Coast and shit, a lot of them niggas family ties back into the Carolinas, Georgia and Florida and shit. You feel me? Up in that Tennessee
Yup.
and shit.
Yeah.
And
the train tracks.
Big facts. You
Follow
feel
the
me?
train tracks. You know what I'm saying? Where the trains at? In the hood, what they so called the hood. You
Yup.
know, really just land we need to recultivate, get it back on this square how it was. That's all.
And I'm with Young Phenon on this, bro. Like we is like one thing that I'm noticing, bro. We're a distinctive phenotype that's different from all these motherfuckers, bro. I done seen an African with braids, but that shit look funny as fuck. You ever seen an African with braids, bro? Nigga, that's the biggest laugh you gonna get on your day, bro. Just like a white motherfucker trying to get braids and trying to go to sleep and then wake up and wonder why they shit got a static ball all over their fucking head the next day. They not us.
Quick question: how come most of the braiding places are African? Check.
I
Anybody?
don't know. I don't
I
know, bro. That's crazy, bro.
know
You
I
right.
know a lot of women losing their edges going and doing some of them.
Hey,
I ain't
hey,
saying
I'm
all
getting
of them,
somewhere,
but
Jared. Hold on, I'm getting somewhere here now. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. Let's think
I,
about this. We
everybody
done
making
went
money off what we need, though.
exactly. So they're facilitating foreigners to come in. They're allowing them to create these businesses and put them where? In our fucking neighborhoods, right? Goddamn, and they're feeding each other. It's simple, right? The goddamn,
Yeah,
they sending you to the African girl to get your hair done. This bitch pulling out your edges. Now you got to go to the Korean to get a wig.
Yeah.
Now,
One
like,
way
it's
back.
go ahead, go ahead.
Nah, what I was gonna say, like back, peace to Jag and peace to brother Truth, man. Um, back in the '80s, it was black girls doing putting them braids, the micro braids, and all that shit in. Then they brought
Yep,
the Africans. In. Remember,
90s
black
too,
girls used
bro.
to. Yeah, we was doing it first, and then they brought them in and monopolized it, and they start opening shops. See, what they do is they bring foreigners to compete with our shit here. That's why you think foreigners selling you fried chicken and soul food. Cause so everything, every motherfucking thing that we had here, they fill a void by bringing these immigrants here and allowing them to take over our true economics or the stuff that we do. And see, what we do is, ill. I don't want to be braiding no hair. You know how much money them people got them hair braiding salons be
Bruh,
getting, man?
bruh. Can we say bees? What's the new? I don't know where y'all at, but down here the new swag is black and brown braids. Every motherfucking sister I see got black and like brown braids. What they call them? Micros and shit. Whatever the fuck they call them. Whatever that shit is.
and that's the thing, bro. Everybody got a piece of our pie. Everybody got an avenue and shit to make the resources all shit that we normally do for ourselves.
Do y'all know why? Y'all know why?
Cause we don't want cause we
Socialization. A cult. Listen, acculturation. Right. This is the proof that we the dominant culture, right? Because everybody who come over here, right, has to acculturate or learn our culture in order to benefit here. You understand? So if you a culture, you got to come here and learn and be a part of the culture in some form of fashion, right? In order to understand it, in order to be a part of it, right? But you always going to keep your prevailing or your base culture whilst assimilating into this other culture, right? But the overall goal is to be able to assimilate into the culture, learn the customs, learn the value, learn the commerce system, learn everything, and be able to usurp all the energy from that and bring it back to your base culture.
yeah, that's why they had missionaries. You know,
And that
and
goes from
people.
every point of motherfucking collar. I mean, every boat that came, every foreigner that came from then until now, right? They assimilate, they acculturate, they learn how to go. Then they got them start to take that shit from y'all and bring it back home. I digress though.
you know, that's the fact. That's exactly what they've been doing. They've been doing this shit for a long. They've been doing this since the early 1900s, man. How you think the Europeans started to have these farmer markets and these little stores? Because they seen us doing it, and they created it, and then made us integrate into their motherfucking city so they can make all the money off of us. You see how that worked? They took everything that you was selling, opened that shit up in the hood. They used niggas like Martin Luther King to have you integrate with these people. Because when we were segregated, we had everything. So they're not showing you segregation prior to. They making it seem like, oh, we was poor, we was doing this. Nah, bro, we had full cities. That Solomon, Sir Solomon Jones showed you that. So we had all of that in the early 1900s, and you telling me all the way up until the time of integration, our cities wasn't similar to all of that? It doesn't make no sense.
The sad
So we
part
got.
is that we got motherfucking examples of our people thriving throughout every part of their history for the most part, and yet we still want to be slaves. I don't understand that shit, bro. Like every part of the history. For we pick one, pick a century, and we thrive.
Well,
So I
that's what
don't.
happens. What happens when you get abducted spiritually, man? You allow someone to tell you that you're supposed to submit to something or give away your energy to something that may not even belong to you or may not have anything to do with you. It'll cause these type of effects throughout time. You know what I'm saying? When you got a whole nation of people, most of them focus on the same ideological thought when it comes to what they believe in. If you can get anybody to believe anything, you can deceive them. So giving up shit and leaving it in God's hands and all that stuff like that, man, cause things like this to happen when you really supposed to activate that higher creator and power within you, whether you die or not, really. But that's another conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get too deep, because some people need their religions, because some of y'all is crazy. Some of y'all do need some type of commandments to tell you that you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Peace
yeah. You
to the
need a
God,
royal
peace to the
priesthood,
God,
right?
Ah,
peace to
oh
the God.
God.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Some
you
people really do need that. But hey, when you at this level of information, you got to be self sufficient. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to feed, provide, and create, store, expand, all that yourself, man. And you got to train it through your lineage. And by the time your grandbaby get here, man, it should be a wealthy line or some type of inheritance created. So
Peace to the
or
gods, peace to the gods. I wanted
what
to
up,
Yo,
Zoe?
collaborate
what's
with
good? What's
y'all on that.
good?
Peace to the gods. I knew, you know what I'm saying, my brother, my goddamn brother, Ab TV, you know what I'm saying, the gods, truth. Hey, I wanted to say, man, what y'all touching on is something that is not being talked about on these streams yet. Because we all know about the sweatshops, we all know about the wholesale shops. Now, when we in every city we at, we got these wholesale shops that we all go and buy shit at. We even the hair salons, the women with the hair and stuff, they go to these wholesale shops. Look at who's owner of the motherfuckers. All foreigners.
Yep.
All foreigners. I'm talking about
That's the
everything wholesale is foreign owned and shit.
Listen, that's a part of it. They've been doing this shit for a minute, bro. They've been sending them over here, right, and acting like they want to learn the culture, right? That's the
Yeah.
colonization 101, right? Hey,
That's the supreme colonization, yes.
that's 101, right? Hey, we dumb. We don't know nothing. Could you please just enlighten us a little bit with your beautiful, wonderful culture? Just teach us something because we don't know shit, right? And before you know it, goddamn it, you done taught them every motherfucking thing to take your ass away from who you are. Pretty simple.
That's real talk, man. Because the reason I say that, man, because I've been through Chicago, Jewtown, back when it was popping. I've been in New York, over in Manhattan. I've been in Brooklyn. I've been in a lot of motherfucking wholesale spots. I've been down there and goddamn the
Hey,
Watts, bro.
Jewtown, bro.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
remember Jewtown? That was
Jewtown,
my favorite
yeah,
place
bro.
in
That's
the
where we
world,
used to
bro.
all go shopping at, bro.
Hey, that was a motherfucking Black Wall Street. People don't know that.
Yeah,
That was a
then the
Black
Jews
Wall
took
Street.
over.
Yeah, they took it over, did tore
Yeah,
the bitch down. You know what I'm saying? So that was a
yup.
Black Wall Street inside of Mecca. But I'm just speaking on how I've been in so many like sweatshops and wholesale shops, like even over in the Watts in Inglewood in California, bro, in LA. I've been to a lot of them, and everywhere I've been, it was these motherfucking foreigners. Like
Yep.
Ab saying, it was these motherfucking foreigners. They being trained to pass it down to their kids so their kids can be the next runner up to run the shit.
Yep. But like, yeah, like our
Let
people
me
used
ask
to,
you a question.
we used to be the ones that was doing all that had all the merchant shops up in Jewtown and shit at first, bro. And
Hell
then
yeah.
little by little, it just
Do
kind of
y'all?
like switched over.
That's what
I
happened. They
don't know if
start
y'all.
bringing these plants in. Once they offer you $18, $20 an hour, you leave all that behind and say, bump it. I'm just go work 8 hours a day. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me ask y'all a question real quick. Do y'all fucking like? I don't know. I'm from Carolinas, right? But I remember like when I was coming up, we used to have goddamn like flea markets and shit, right? Same thing y'all talking about, right? But
Right.
the
Yeah,
goddamn
over in
niggas,
Riley.
right?
In
So
Riley. I
like
told you,
these
I fucks in North Carolina. I love that place, bro. That's my motherfucking home. I ain't live yet.
we don't even have flea.
Hey,
We ain't had flea markets in a minute. This was before the fucking virus hit. They shut them down, right? But for like a good 10 or 15 years, right? They had straight Africans who had every type of gear catered straight to niggas, and they would go to these flea markets and sell the shoes for these knockoff shoes for $30, $40, $50 for some fake
The
J's.
Air
Them niggas
Forces
had the
and
guy
shit.
clear Air Force Ones. Nigga
I
had Air
remember
Force
that. I
Ones with
remember that, bro. It
like
was a big
nigga.
wave that
They
came
had
through
whole
too, bro. They were
factories.
selling them by the boxes.
Yes, nigga, they had whole factories of just fucking
Yep,
Africans making shit that look like nigga shit, and they coming over here and selling that knockoff shit to us. I
yep,
remember that shit
yep.
like
They
with
had
my on my
Jordans and all of that shit, man.
like I don't
That
never
shit.
remember a nigga who got them like back in the 15 about 15 16 years ago. I don't remember it not being no niggas that wasn't like straight from the continent of Africa who was selling kicks and shit at the flea market shit. They was I'm talking about making a killing, bro.
Yep,
Making a
yep. I
killing.
remember that shit.
So like I'm pretty sure this is, and it might be different. It might be a different ethnic group or different phenotype of people depending on the geographical location you in, right? But we can
right.
definitely see that uh they have basically supplemented these people to start their businesses. They put their little gas stations in our goddamn hood, they beauty supply stores, they do everything they can, right? To cater to us because they know they helping them usurp the energy, the wealth from the community. It's simple.
Yeah.
Because they
Hey,
always
hey,
Drain
pay
them
their
up,
hey, young
run them
Fina,
us
let me go.
dry.
Hey, let me go in with you real quick, bro, because I wanted to say this shit before I went up in this stove. But like, yeah, bro, you right, bro. Like everything that we buy from everybody else, we used to run, bro. They ushered these people in, learned what the fuck we like, and then fucking little by little they started taking over our businesses one by one. Like the brother was saying, like Jewtown, right? You hit Jewtown, you think it's all Jews, but it was niggas running that shit. Then them fucking fake motherfuckers came in and took over. Same way with like hot tamales. Everybody think hot tamales is fucking Hispanic, nigga. I ain't never seen one make one until I got to Chicago, nigga. We used to make all that shit ourselves. So you had all these integral business places in where our peoples is at that now they're being run by all these other you welcome, all these other people. And that's what it is. Everybody got a piece of our shit.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact.
That's right, man. That's why I say, man, it's these job offers and so-called education that they want to give you and charging you a half of a life's earnings for that if you ain't got the grades good enough. But other than that, you know how that roll too. You got to be part of some type of fraternity or something, man, to really get in a position or know somebody. Period, man. So it's still just how you move. I suggest people to stick with their talents, man, because that's what some of the wealthiest people did on this planet. All they did was stick with their talents. They made their talents their religion. You know what I'm saying? So we get out of that because you know it ain't mostly our fault. It's conditions from our parents and their parents and their parents are just really trying to make a way. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly it had to be some type of cataclysm to really shake things loose because it really don't make sense how so many people can just come in at one time between the 1830s and 1870s and stuff like that. It's supposed to be just a
It,
broad
it, it,
band of
I,
foreign people, and it's according, the Madrid earthquake was not too long, that's right around the same time. And, even to this day, just like the last disaster, they've been having jobs for people, for anybody that want to help and clean up and do work, restoring
hey,
land or houses or cleaning up, old
hey,
buildings or
Jack.
whatever from floods, you know.
Hey Jack, a lot of people have not even sat sometimes and just talked to these foreigners. Like if you sit and talk to these foreigners, they'll tell you how they had to be almost programmed and educated on how to move around us and not invade our information or ask questions about it. Like I was talking to
It's a
that
part
guy.
of the
I
process of
Yeah,
citizenship.
and it is yep. It's almost actually I wouldn't even say citizenship. I would say to get
I mean, to get
naturalized because
people right to work over
naturalized.
here, right? The people come over here and shit. You got to go through a motherfucking programming process. They're gonna ask you
Oh
all
yeah,
types of
yeah.
questions. They're gonna make sure that you understand where you stand within this social motherfucking construct and your job. They're gonna make
And
sure they're not gonna let you over here, my nigga. If you talking
but
about
peep
coming over
this
here
though.
fucking up or changing some shit. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Totally, totally. And the reason I brought that up is because you'll notice the foreigners that got informed from American people compared to the ones that is still sticking with the rules that they've been taught. The ones that been informed by Americans, the motherfuckers rebellious. The motherfuckers don't want to fuck with the government at all. The ones that still stick with the books, they follow every rule. They try. They tax motherfuckers. Sometimes they overcharge you in stores without you paying attention.
Yep, that's a fact.
They overcharge your ass quick without you paying attention. I'm telling you.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, and this, man, I couldn't really talk too much because I was around a bunch of fucking crackers and Asians and
Go
shit.
off,
And
man.
right, I ain't want to motherfucker fuck around and box my way up out of no Starbucks. But on some real shit, bro, this is what it is. Like these motherfuckers came and learned our culture and sold it back to us. Like even with like the hair extensions and all this decorative shit that our women put in their hair and shit. Like, they spoke about our peoples already having this shit and just giving this shit way freely because it was nothing to us. So now you got Arabs frying chicken. They make the best fried chicken now. Like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. You even, you even even like they try to make it seem like rice is Asian food, but when we all know South America has some of the biggest motherfucking rice, the rice fields.
Plantations. Yeah,
Yeah,
plantations. Period. Yeah, yeah.
so it's like we now they in the business of selling us back our shit that we taught them, and everybody got a part of it. Everybody got a piece of it, whether if it's small or big. They all got a piece to the puzzle, and that's the part of the game that they don't want us to know that the rest of the motherfucking world know. And it's
And you
all
know what's
about
funny?
control.
You know what's funny? Truth, you so fucking direct because really, I love rice, bro. I'm a motherfucking wild Indian, bro. I like wild rice, all this shit, right? Peep though, the best rice on the market is an indigenous name. It's called Mahatma. Mahatma it's American made rice. It's from America. It's an Indian name to it. Mahatma.
And
And
another
people
motherfucker think that shit came from the Middle East just listening to that name. They'll think it's like
right.
Islamic or some shit.
And then you look on the pack, it says made in America, USA. And people would be shocked to realize that it's mad corn, mad rice crops over there in the north and south in Kentucky area, all the way over going in the middle through Tennessee, all the way across. That area right there grows rice real well. It's a certain type of water rain it got to keep coming in, and then temperature. You know what I'm saying? It's water and temperature. Rice grow in water, just like
Right,
bamboo.
right. And that's the thing, man. It's all a social construct to put us in the mindset of this fake ass materialistic shit for shit that really, nigga, the gods don't pay for this shit. You feel me? With like I always tell people, man, we the real fucking living, walking, breathing gods. And them niggas know that. They don't want us to know that. Because the moment that we realize who the fuck we really is and our greatness and how much
Right.
all when I say all these motherfuckers got a part of it in, just like how in the Bible it say that when and this ain't no trying to throw no nigga no Bible shit, but just the story. It say when Jesus come back, bro, when he come back, everybody is gonna be motherfucking dealt with. Didn't leave out a single fucking nation whatsoever. Everyone is, but it's just some is gonna get worse than others, and that's the thing, bro. All these fucking nations playing a part in our demise, our
In our
downfall,
demise.
and motherfucking, making monetary gain off of our shit. And we the
Hey, you
only
know what?
motherfuckers don't realize that shit.
Hey, true. You know what's funny though? How Ab had broken down what was coming to my mind when he was breaking it down. How they replacing you and all of this shit. That movie Face Off with um
Where Jack Nichols, I mean not Jack Nicholson, Nicholson Cage and shit, and John
yeah,
Travolta.
Nicolas Cage. Yeah. Jonathan Travolta. That Face Off movie is a good example of what they did to us.
Yes, sir. And I like the fact that you brought up Jewtown and the flea markets, because a lot of people don't think that when we look at these places, we think of them as small business, but these the very same business
Man,
construct
these was
that these
metropolis businesses. Yeah.
that's what these the business construct that these bitches say us doing, and they fucking plotted and schemed and took over.
That's
Hey,
a
you know
fact.
what though? They stole the name. They stole the idea and made it commercial again. You know what the new flea markets is of today? They call them outlets.
Outlets, right?
Stole our shit again, motherfucker.
Look, look, they don't even got to do that anymore because everything is virtually now, right? So you got shit like Let Go, right? You got shit like
Yep.
all these apps and shit that you can still do commerce where you think that you're getting off because you're able to make money, you're able to contact people and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And but at the same time, you think these people are just allowing you to get on their app and utilize their shit to make money and they ain't getting nothing. Who
Man,
you
that
think
listen, people forgot about that pay per click.
the what?
Ooh, that pay per click, like where you get 7 to 12 cents every time somebody go to your website or click on
Yeah, yeah,
anything.
they don't even know about digital real estate. What's up?
Yeah, yeah,
What y'all think about that digital real estate though?
yeah, good shit.
Yeah, that digital real estate. I mean, you could do some shit with that. It's all basically it's just building a digital platform, right? To where enough people come, right, and click, and then you basically build a business to where advertisers want to buy the business from you. You sell the shit just like a house
Right.
or whatever. You know what I'm saying, motherfucker? You
Because
got
on some real shit, you can buy
10,000
anything on those sites, bro.
but that's what I'm saying. If you got 10,000 people that come to your site every week, right? That is something that you can monetize to make money with.
Fuck yeah. That's
That's
traffic.
that's digital real estate, basically. Is from what
Yep,
I.
that digital traffic is real estate. Yeah, that's an equity.
So yeah, you definitely fuck
I
with
didn't
that.
even think of it like that before though. Digital real estate. Hmm.
Yeah, you if you want to learn more about that, I know that what's the Ben X, brother Ben X, he does like a whole class or some shit. You know, I ain't been through it, but he's on my Instagram. Shout out to that brother. And he definitely supposedly allegedly teaching people how to make a good fair amount of money building up platforms, buying websites, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit. Oh
People
shit. Yeah.
that's what digital real estate is, right? Just like this shit we on right now, right? A1 got a certain amount of following in here right now, right? There are certain advertisers that would like to cater to all of you in the chat, right? And they got something y'all need, right? So they can motherfucking go to A1 and say, A1, we want to put a goddamn ad on your
A
website.
10 second, yep, a 10 second ad during your build.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yo, A1, you can't do that shit. Come to
They
think
want
about
to
it.
They want some real estate for the amount of energy that you're able to cultivate from, and you're able to monetize it now. It's simple. It's really simple. If you're able to gather, that's what an influencer is, right? That's what followers are, right? If you're able to gather enough people to vibrate to the frequency that you're perpetuating, right, then you can monetize that and sell that to ad companies and other companies for financial gain. That's
Mm.
basically digital real estate game from what I can understand. I ain't, like I said, I ain't been through the class, but I mean I got common goddamn sense. I can understand what niggas saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah.
Right. That's dope. That's
So
dope.
yeah, definitely something, and it wouldn't cost much, right? It wouldn't. How much a website costs? How much a domain name costs? Like a lot of it would be just you putting in the time and the effort to creating and cultivating a place where people want to be at.
Yeah,
And
that's good. That's good money nowadays too. That internet advertising.
shit, you could sell your you could create websites every day, fucking, and if you got the juice like that, you bringing in thousands of peoples and clicks, shit, you could sell that shit. It costs you $10 to fucking get the domain name. Within a week or two, you done built the website. They got motherfucking couple thousand people. You can sell it for a couple $1,000. You see what I'm saying? It's
Right.
you gotta learn how to work with what you got. They switching everything to digital, right? So when you out here going out and working and using your manual and using your body, you know what I'm saying, to work, it's definitely not gonna get as much as a motherfucker who just utilizing the digital system that they're catering to. Motherfucker told me one time when I was working construction, right? Motherfucking superintendent said, you know what's the difference between me and you? Because you smart as fuck. You know you smart. Like, you probably smartest motherfucker on this site. That's what he told me, right? He said, you so goddamn smart, man. But you know what the difference? You know why I make the big money and you don't? And I said, why? He said, because you get paid to work from your neck down, and I get paid to work from my neck up. And I ain't know what the
Ooh.
fuck he meant at that point in time, but I know
Ooh.
what the fuck he mean now.
Ooh. That's some deep shit, yo. I like that whole parallel. Like,
Yeah,
ooh.
like Italian white dude, little short, little bald head. He looked like the nigga off the Monopoly goddamn game, man. When he was a superintendent, the whole project, man. He said, you know what the difference is? You get paid to work with from your neck down. I get paid to work from my neck up. And that shit hit me like
That's
a
like
ton.
a boss response, though. That's like a boss response for real.
I mean, it's really that simple though. What you want to do? You want to bang bricks all fucking day? You want to goddamn be laying mortar? If that's what you love to do, then do you. But if that's what you doing to make ends meet, and you don't have no other way, you just doing it because that's what you know what I'm saying. That's what you grown and
Right.
accustomed to do. Then you're not giving yourself an opportunity to really live life because there's other ways to create financial gain without motherfucking goddamn working all goddamn day and giving these motherfuckers all your energy and time. Like,
That's a
Fact.
fact. Look, let me ask you a question when he said that though. How can you reverse that role? One thing you can do is take that skill that you're using from your neck down and you apply it and you create your own corporation and then you can be using your head from the neck up. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So you
Because now
take
you
that,
in
don't
control.
right. That's right. He just told you, he just put you on something. You know, you
Right.
learn the skill, take the
That was a
skill,
key.
and then take the skill and utilize it and teach people and let that skill work for you. You see what I'm saying? Now
Right.
Right.
look, like I said, look, I got associates, I got a bachelor's, and I'm 8 credits away from an MBA. Now I only took the MBA because I had a free scholarship to go to school, right? But nonetheless, so however it go, I got mastered master level economics, master level macroeconomics, master level accounting, master level marketing, management. Shit, I got a bunch of other shit. I can't get the rest of it. But however it go, I ain't doing this shit to be working in no Fortune 500 company, man. Right now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I am not gonna motherfucking lie to you. With the credentials I got, I could be making over 100,000. But guess what though? I could be making over 1 million once I be able to apply this shit to myself. I don't have to work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I could be
Talk
making,
that shit.
yeah, for them, I could be making 100,000. But for me, I could be a millionaire using
Yep.
that.
Right.
I just need to start. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna
So
give you 100 fans, A1, right? But you gonna make them $1 billion.
Right.
exactly, exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
hmm
when you worth $1 billion. You got $1 billion in your brain. You just gotta figure out how to get the shit out.
Can't be
or get
scared.
that little boost to get it started.
That's right. Can't be scared. So if you're a carpenter or you have some type of trade, you take that trade and utilize it for yourself. You put a sign on the side of your truck say home improvement. Get yourself, like you said, a domain number. Get yourself some cards. Put your cards in Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? Go on, advertise on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Etc. You're a plumber, carpenter, electrician. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to weld, a mechanic, any skill that is marketing that people can tap into you and require service from you. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a
And
business. Yep.
that's a business. That's
Hey,
all it's
and you
about.
know what the other shit is? You can you can turn yourself into a business, still work for the corporation, but just work on a contract basis, and then dick terms and how you work, and you still running your own business, and you still working for the corporation. See, you can still, but you got to put the power back in your hands by making yourself,
I was
like
gonna
you
say
said, taking
that's
your
called you.
trade or taking your business and making business.
That's what
I
I
was gonna
did.
say
Look,
that's called usurping
Go ahead, Zach.
twice.
contracted.
That's like usurping twice. Like when you own the company and work for the company, you can pay yourself twice once you start establishing a legitimate revenue coming. If it's 60,000, for the first 6 months coming in steadily, you can be paying yourself a percentage as the owner, but then you can be paying yourself on a check level and then letting the rest of the funds build up too. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many different numbers games you can play. Like what A1 was saying when you talking about a skill or a trade, that's a business in itself. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can do it and if you can go ahead and take something and repair it all the way back to being fixed or better, that is a business as a service that automatically you can do on your own at your crib in your driveway or have the tools in your garage to go and do it at somebody else's crib. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Oh,
business.
you want to know what the illest? You want to know what the illest business is? Being a consultant. That's
Consulting,
like a consultant. What?
yeah, yeah.
Like
They get
you
and
don't
they get
really
paid a
do the
lot of
job.
money.
You don't have to do shit, right? All you doing is like for a lot of places, right? If you can learn how to, like Zoe was just saying, right? You can how a business function, learn and apply different things to make it better. That's a bag, nigga. That's a whole bag. Every business around want to know how it can run more efficiently, how it can make more money more efficiently. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole bag. I'm in my consulting bag right now. So if you need some consulting, just let me know. I try.
To the God.
Yeah, that's how you do though. You just gotta learn. Like even when you go to school for marketing, you see how they use different resources to market certain things. All you gotta do is be proactive. You gotta put that time in. You know what I'm saying? You got social media. You got other places where people require these services. You can put your cards in Home Depot. You can put flyers in Home Depot. If you know what I'm saying, you can put your shit on a bulletin board. You can go to supermarket, put your shit on a bulletin board. You can put your cards there. It's a lot of ways you can market, man. You ain't gotta have commercials, have some of these things that people got, man. You gotta tap into the skill level, whatever you got. If you're not a braid hand, shit, use that. Cause that's a service that people need. You know what I'm saying? Use that service. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, you know what's a service that's very necessary right now, and I know a lot of women that hold it back and don't speak on it. Sewing. If we can get a lot of sisters in our community to come forward and let us know that they sew, we have a lot of creative and stylish men in the chats. Me, I personally, I can draw design. And drawing a design for outfits and stuff like indigenous style outfits, full cotton, wool, or whatever made out of shearling. We need some sewers because we can go and start creating a business inside of just linking over the chat like we're doing now.
that's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man. I'm about to start winding this thing down, man. I appreciate the brothers coming in, but you know what we gotta do? We gonna do a bill on economics, period. So you say anybody who wanna come in and touch on the economic forefront and just talk about some of the stuff. You know, bring your skills, what you got to the table, whatever you know how to utilize. Even if you are contracted by a company, maybe you could tell somebody else how they can do that. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that we need to do to be able to help our people, or at least give people the idea, or at least get them the understanding that shit exists out here, and it's being done out here in the real world. So if anybody got any businesses or any services that you know what I'm saying, that you actually got people retaining your services, you know what I'm saying, definitely email me, man, because we could do this bill. Even if you're a truck driver, you got 2 trucks, 3 trucks, you rent one of your trucks out. However you do it, you go buy cars, fix them up, sell them. You go buy properties, fix them up, sell them. Whatever service that you utilize, man. Even if you deal with law and you want to come in and talk about how you retain your services as being a paralegal, or just being someone who is efficient in legal leads. You know what I'm saying? Legally, whatever. You might have some people out here who got their own nursery or their own, child daycare service. So you gotta definitely utilize what you got, man. You take that skill. You ain't gotta be like, listen, I went to school because when I came home from I got tired of doing manual labor jobs. You know, I worked as a regular laborer. Even though the labor work was good money, but man, I don't want to be on my goddamn back and fuck knees all day with fucking knee pads on. That shit fuck your knees up over a period of time. I might as well do that for my goddamn self.
And you know what? I know it. And see, I tried that one time. You know what though? A1, it's crazy when you be working hard like that, and you go on your lunch break, and then the general manager pull up in his Jaguar drop top, get out in his suit, clean and shit, go in there with a couple papers, come out, and then wave at everybody and try to talk, be cool. And you know you making them hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you breaking your back and bones and shit.
That's heads up. That's what Ab was talking about. That man pulling up. That man pulling up in that Jaguar coupe. He pulling up. He using his goddamn brain, nigga. And like I said,
Yeah,
if he
from the
tell
neck
you
up, right?
from the neck up, but you ain't gotta. You can still be thinking from the neck up and be working from the neck down. So
Right.
you can still be thinking of that. Like, okay, you must think I'm an idiot. Eventually, I ain't gonna be working for you guys. I'm about to take this skill, take my certification, and you can even open up a school. You could do so much shit out here, man. Only thing you gotta do is make the start, bro. If you don't
Yeah,
start
step
it, you
out and
can't.
do it.
You gotta start.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Man, what up, A1, man? Salute to you, bro. You always be coming with that real shit, bro. I
Peace to the
appreciate that shit.
God, truth, my dude. Peace, 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 my brother. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Peace
each
to the
one
God.
chief one, brother. We gotta do that, man. Peace, peace to the
Most
God, my
definitely.
brother. And that's another thing, like he said, man. You know, the word Indian. That's just the observation. We're gods,
Mm-hmm.
man. You know what I'm saying? The word Indian is the observation that we're from this land. The
Yep.
word
Yes, sir.
God is a motherfucking higher entity. Somebody who can tap into who our ancestors was. Remember, you got the DNA, you got water in your body, or your chemical aspect, your physicality that go back billions of years, man.
Yeah.
Go
That's
back
Yes,
why they
billions
sir.
don't
of
do.
years.
That's why they don't do blood. That's why they don't talk about blood testing and all of that on the broad basis. That'll expose all their lies.
Most definitely. And that's what I've been trying to explain to a
Peace to
couple
the
of I've been trying to explain that to a couple of the brothers, because I guess, like, it's a misunderstanding. Like, I tell motherfuckers, like, you might hear me use the word Indian or Choctaw, but I know, man, my greatness go beyond them fucking titles, man. I don't fuck with no titles. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
subscribed to no organization or nothing. I'm me. I'm a man. I just know who the fuck I am from my family. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I know we the walking, living, breathing gods, and we the only ones that don't know that shit. And when you look around the world,
absolute.
Yep.
everybody is intimidating us. They're trying to be us. They're acting like us. They're playing us. everybody is a $5 Indian in my eyes, because when you look out around the world, they all want to be us. Just like when that motherfucker
Yep.
True Story and tried to
Peace,
say
peace,
that
God,
rap.
peace,
Oh, my bad. Salute, God. What's the word with it, Brody? You feel me? But
peace,
that
peace,
nigga.
peace. Yeah,
Oh no,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, bro. Say what you got to say, bro. It's
No,
all love.
brothers, runaway slave in the building. Shouts out to all the guys on the panel, all the
Look at
guys
God.
in the chat. I came in late again. Like I said, I'm at work. I just heard y'all talking about them taking everything we got, and I only want to say this part. Us as a people, I don't know what they doing in y'all neighborhoods, but here in Detroit, the Mexicans is taking these homes that our people is just letting dilapidate.
That's right.
They going in them and making them brand new again.
Bro,
Yup.
they got the best house on the block. And these
They got
niggas
the
sitting
best
around
house
here.
on the
And
block.
look, they got the best house on the block, brother. And listen, these niggas is selling drugs in front of the motherfucking house and never consider throwing garbage on it. Never consider. And
That's
like I
it.
said,
This shit
you got
breaking my
abandoned,
heart, dog.
you got abandoned properties out here, bro. Any
Yup.
abandoned
Bro,
property, only thing you can snatch
bro,
that up with a quick claim deed.
When you go through
brother.
Detroit, bro, for every block, bro, it's at least 6 or 7 vacant houses, and I know that
Brother.
because I be there, bro. And that's
Absolutely.
real as shit, bro. I got
And that's
people
what I'm
there.
saying about our people. I don't know, like you say, that we done lost everything. We don't know how to build, but we are the builders. And that's what's breaking my heart. And that's what I'm saying. I'm hearing y'all saying we need to link together. I do plumbing. I don't know carpentry. But if y'all want to get together and start doing like these Mexicans and getting in these houses, I'll lay all the plumbing in it. Y'all gotta
Hey,
put
brother.
the
Hey, bro, let me ask
go
you a
ahead.
question, man. Hey, you know a
Yeah.
cat named Angelo out there, bro? He an old school cat. He running probably like about I want to say he probably like about 50 years old.
No,
He buying them houses up piece by piece as he can, and he ain't even a nigga with a lot
Hey,
of
I was
money.
finna say, what side of town you from?
I'm west side, southwest downriver area.
Oh, okay, they over on the east and shit.
Right,
Okay, they
right.
on the
That's why,
east.
because
Gotcha.
it's gonna be an Angelo almost on every side.
Well, my name D'Angelo. My name Angelo. That's why I was thrown off. But I ain't but 43. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, the
Oh,
Mexicans,
oh,
man.
hold on. You said you're on the southwest side, the west and southwest side.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, hey, cause I'm a master carpenter, bro. I'm right here in Grand Rapids, man. I be coming over there once in a while, getting some contracts, but it's
Oh,
a
this
lot
the
of, it's,
brother from the last bill.
Look at that. We
yeah,
got two. We
yeah,
got a
yeah.
plumber.
Yeah.
All right, look, we got a plumber and a carpenter. Okay, now we need an electrician. We need
Yep.
probably
I
what?
was just gonna say I don't
I'm
do
a
Three.
electric.
I do welding, I do
See,
saw cutting, I do CNC operating, I do
see.
forklift operating, I do crane operator, I do polishing, OD, ID, horn,
Man, let's
I do
You know,
fucking computer programming and shit.
See, hey,
I'm
see,
I'm
we'll be needing,
lightweight an
hey,
engineer.
I'll be needing you to lift the rafters up to put on the top of the roof. You know what I'm saying? With the crane, I'll be needing you to just go ahead and control those, and
Man,
I'll be back
man,
in the machine.
bro,
let's get it.
I had a job that taught
This
me
is a
all that
house
shit.
construction conversation, real quick.
Bro, I had a
Yeah,
job that taught
yeah,
me 15 skilled trades, bro, in a matter of 2 years. And after I learned them
yeah.
trades, I left.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the heating and cooling now with Northwestern Tech, but the COVID slowed everything up.
look
Yeah,
at that.
we got to do this, man, because like I say, the house they just did across the street from my mother, that broke my heart, man. I done watched that house for 10 years myself just dilapidate. And I mean, they in there working on that motherfucker every day.
Every
And that
day.
house
Look,
Wow.
them
looking
niggas
better.
be at the auction. Look, they be at the auction like 10 deep. And they all put
Yeah.
their money in and buy the motherfucking house. I done been at the
Bro,
auction,
they
the
had to get this
property
house for
auctions.
$1, man. They
Bro,
had to get this
listen.
house for $1.
Look, think of like this. Let's put it like this, brother. Just with taxes and everything, man. You could get that tax. We got motherfucking women out here be getting back 10 stacks, man. You know what I'm saying? Only thing you need to do is get 3 of them. You get
Yep.
3 of them, put that shit in, go to the auction, buy one of them cribs. You gonna get that loan to repair it. Once you get that loan to repair it, you put that shit into the house. You can sell it. If you, let's say you put that money into it, let's say the house go for 150, and you put in, let's say you put in probably after everything is said and done, you put in about like $75,000 worth of work. You got 3 women, y'all put in 10, y'all can get back 7,500. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? And then y'all, I
hey,
mean,
But
well,
that's just it.
no, I'm sorry. Y'all can get back 25 grand a piece.
hey, one, them houses going for fucking 6 to 15,000 up there, bro.
See?
You gotta rehab the
No,
whole
cheaper.
shit.
They still a little cheaper than that on some situations. I was gonna say, A1, you got to remember too. Also, our people are going to be. We're going to start doing some builds on the HUD 1, 2, and 3s, man. The HUD 3, you can actually get grants to
Yup,
repair
land
houses.
development grants.
Yup,
Peace,
development
peace,
and
peace to the gods.
economical grants, and those are big grants. And
That's what
what
I'm
I'm
it
with
with.
is,
you.
just go ahead and get those grants, and it's easy to satisfy the grants if you're going to be doing the work and repairing them. That's how you
Real
satisfy
shit.
it.
Hey, cause
It's
it's
not.
like
It's nothing
this.
more. It's not even nothing more than you. Like as far as selling them and all that, you would probably end up having to do a partnership grant. And see, I've been studying on this. It's a lot. It's so many grants on so many angles that's
You
set up
ain't
for
even
our
gotta
people through HUD.
you ain't even gotta
Hold
do
on,
a
Truth. Hold on,
partnership.
Truth.
Oh, my bad.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead, bro.
Let me finish real quick because this is good for the people in the back to know too. HUD 3 is designed for the indigenous copper colored Americans. And it been kept a
Wow.
secret, not promoted on the level to where it's for our people. So
Big
I'm
fact.
bringing up the HUD 3 so everybody can go and look into this. This is a system that's designed with grants to give people a new life, a new
You
start at
chopping up,
life,
brother
up
Dan.
to
Hey,
10,000.
hey, can I break down the criteria
You
of that? Cause
chopping up.
I did a build on
Chopping up.
I'm still chopping up.
Peace
No,
to the
not you, the
gods.
other brother.
Peace.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cause I did a build on the HUD 3, and the criteria to qualify for that shit is the owner being 60% ownership by a minority. Hey, somebody gotta click that YouTube off.
That's me. Hold on.
Hey, but yeah, like the qualifications to for that HUD 3 is if 60% is owned by a minority, or if it's 60% is owned by a low income person, bro. We fall under both of those categories, and it
See, I
go
was
deep.
gonna
It
say
go
it's
deeper.
easy.
It go
It's
deeper than
easier.
that.
It's easier than that, but because people don't want to read, they'll never get to the simple stipulations to know how to apply. And see, the word apply is apping yourself to plan it out. You know what I'm saying? So when we learn that reading this information and stuff we be sharing, all of us need to go and research the same stuff. Our brother gods and brother goddesses be mentioning, sister goddesses. I mean, you know what I'm saying, mentioning, and then we'll be all knowing similar information. So now we all know that the HUD 3 is there for our people. It's easy to obtain. And a lot of times you go to the city chambers buildings or the city chambers office in your city, the city chambers is responsible for making sure that that HUD money get out.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
dealing with him right now, so I'm like even pitching to him little by little ideas of the skilled trade center that we got in that armor, just that weapon for any community that's not gonna fuck with us for good. That motherfucking project is gonna go. So now I'm working with them on getting grants through the city chambers. I'm letting people know, go and research your city chambers in your city and look up the grants and stuff that they have to liquidate by December 31st.
Yes, sir.
I'm
And
gonna
that's
Hey,
some
show
real
send my
shit.
email to the guy on the home. I'm gonna send my email and we need to link up, brothers. We got to do something. 'Cause I watching this is just unbelievable, man. Like you said, they frying chicken better than us. That shit is. I won't even buy the shit because of that reason, man. It make me angry, man. I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
Yeah, I mean they learned it from us and shit. But at the end of the day, like what this brother talking about right here, though, this HUD Section 3, this some real shit. Like me and my wife
Let's
looking for
get
land.
it.
Me and my
Let's
wife
get
looking for
it.
land right now, and we're gonna use that to develop the land because we both qualify for that shit. Not only that, my wife, she's a woman, so she's gonna overqualify for that shit because y'all
Yes,
already know that with the
we getting
women,
them
our
extras.
women
Yeah,
overqualify more than we do, even when it's
yeah.
on the minority color basis, the titles they
Absolutely,
like to go with it.
absolutely.
But we finna take advantage of that shit. Like Zoe Hustlers he hitting it right on the fucking head, bro. Like we don't realize how many grants is out there for us that all these other fucking foreigners take advantage of because of
That's what I
names
was gonna
like
ask
minority.
y'all. That's what I was gonna ask y'all. So y'all thinking is the Mexicans getting these grants?
Fuck yeah, they
Bro,
getting
they
all
hell
under
these
yeah.
grants.
minority. Look, the grants are
That
termed
makes
under
sense.
minority, man. And that's what, see,
fucking makes
that's
sense.
why we need our own identity. Fuck that. We shouldn't have to come under. Listen, bro. Listen, we've been here first. I shouldn't be
Absolutely.
categorized. We should not be categorized under nobody who signed up to come to this motherfucker.
Big
Nobody.
facts.
If you sign paperwork to come here, motherfucker, we are not the motherfucking same, nigga.
I
You
tell
are a
you, brother.
friend of the motherfucking United States, nigga. You are not an American. You are a friend of the United States, my brother. And even if you was an American and you signed up to be a United States citizen, nigga, you by default, you ain't even American no more because you done gave your nationality up to be a United States citizen. So we
Hey,
have
I
to
was gonna say,
Fact.
hold on. A1, you hit that right in like man, that was a bullseye. American citizen they cannot be, but a United States citizen they can become naturalized to be. So the Naturalization Act put them aliens into a position to where they can claim to be American, but that only makes them naturalized through a document.
Gotcha.
They're
hey,
aliens still. That's why they couldn't be called American citizens. So they'll be under the United States citizenship.
look.
That's we needed
That's
to break
right.
that.
We gotta understand that. That's what the whole theme of this video was about. About who are the Amarukans or who are the Americans. We gotta know who we
Yep.
are. We gotta
The
know who
Yeah.
copy
we are.
color.
That's right. We gotta know who they are. Cause remember, the original was United States for America. Now it's
Right.
United States of America. Who are the Americans? The United States is of the Americans? Okay, well if you of me, motherfucker, give me my check. Start paying me
See,
for your
see,
businesses you got on my land.
see.
The taxes.
Landlord status. Yeah, landlord
But you got to
status.
come under that
Absolutely.
first, though. You got to come under that. Listen, brothers, man, we're gonna definitely get together and do an economic bill, man. I might do it tomorrow, so just be
Yeah, I'm
looking
about
out
to
for
share
it.
my.
And it's gonna be an open panel, man. It's gonna be an open panel. Anybody, whatever skill you got, man, that you can utilize for the people, man, come through, bring that shit through, so we can get shit rolling, man. Cause we gotta start having these conversations, man. And each one teach one, bro. And like
Big
I
That's the
said,
facts.
even
real.
even the people who I don't fuck with, man, if you got something to come here and help the fucking people, bring that shit, man. Don't come in with no ego. Don't come in, oh, I don't like this nigga. I don't like. If you doing it for the people, never mind me. Do this shit
Yeah,
Right.
for your
fuck them
people.
folks.
Right,
That's why I told
right,
I went on root shit last night because I seen my name in the title. Now I could have went up there all left field, but I went up there to reason with the brother. I'm like, bro, like I don't disrespect you. You don't hear me
it's that
disrespect.
time,
You
man.
don't hear me disrespecting the Moors. Like why you keep putting my name? And clearly it's just a
Cause the,
misunderstanding. But like I told the brother, my only fight is with Pan Africans because the term Pan African take us from here and put us somewhere else. And I can't fucking
absolutely,
sit back and be idle to that shit. But everything
absolutely.
else ties us right here. So I
Right.
accept all of that shit that ties us here, and I reject anything that take us from here. So my issue is
Yeah,
not with the brothers. My issue is not with the Moors, the Aboriginals. My issue ain't even with the foundational Americans, bro. You feel me? At the end of the day, long as you not talking no Pan African shit back to African shit,
yeah,
I
yeah.
fucks with you because we got the same struggle.
And we
You
got
feel
to
me?
we got to do that, man. Cause the ones we calling white folk, they come together, but for their
No,
race, for their
them the Johnny come lately. Them the Johnny
But
come
you know
lately.
why
They
they
the
do
last
that
people to
though?
come.
You know why they do
they
that,
don't care
fellas?
if
Hey,
they
look.
bad at another hunky. They gon'
But
they gon' make sure they look out for that hunky.
you know why
Okay,
they do that though, runaway slave? Because they
tell me.
already know. They already know it's a genetic thing with them. They gotta come together because if they
They
don't, they
got it.
already gonna lose. So with
That's
Yes,
us,
right.
they do.
you understand what I'm saying? See, with us, we
I
don't
do.
recognize that. We don't
Yeah,
recognize
well, we
that
here
even as a
forever. We
people.
here. Yeah, that's
You
because
got
we
too
know we
many
here forever.
motherfucking Indians. I mean, you got too many chiefs and not enough Indians, man. And too many people
Yeah,
who don't really want to. Like I said, bro, we gonna do another build on this economic. I gotta get up out of here. I gotta go meet up
I
with
know. Peace,
somebody.
peace, God,
But nah,
peace,
nah.
Yes,
God.
But
sir.
listen,
Peace,
fellas,
H1.
man. Listen, brother, please, y'all, you
I
guys,
sent my
and
email.
anybody else that's out there. Come and help the people. Come utilize whatever service you got or whatever economic. Just like the brother said, you got motherfuckers coming here building up houses. Niggas took this dilapidated houses,
Man,
stripped the shit,
my
made this
auntie's
motherfucking house.
house, man.
Brother, niggas got
Man.
flowers. Now, yo, hey, listen, I'm gonna say this real quick, right? It's a
Oh,
motherfucker. I don't
most
know where this
definitely.
dude from. I
Oh,
don't know.
man.
Look, I don't know where this dude from down the street. He looked like he Peruvian or something, right? This motherfucker built his whole porch, man. I seen that nigga out there digging in the sand by himself. He built his own motherfucking porch by himself. I sat
I'm
there and
watching one.
watched this motherfucker.
I'm
I sat
watching
there,
one do it right now. I
brother.
will make
I
a
watched
live for
this
y'all.
motherfucker.
He
Yeah,
doing it. He doing it.
and then look, we
Doing it.
can be doing that too, man. You know, I actually did some work for what's that, Habitats for Humanity, right? And these niggas
Yeah.
come and buy up the fucking properties and then fix these shits up and then give them back to us. Bro, listen, in North, and shout out to the brother R77. I just seen him Rod 77, right? I just seen you say something about Elizabeth and North up there, bro. Listen, on North, on all the avenue blocks. So even from starting from, like, I'm gonna say 10th all the way up to 20th, and starting from the avenue blocks all the way from what I want to say maybe 18th Avenue all the way back to like 6th Avenue. You ain't got nothing but dilapidated houses. But you know what the problem is? The problem is that these areas people don't want to live in. They don't want to live in because the areas is too out of control, bro. And so, besides the fact that we do have access to these resources, the main resource we gotta fix is our goddamn mind.
Yep.
Because motherfuckers
Yep.
don't want to live
Yep.
around I don't want to live around no goddamn savages and gotta shoot your ass. I don't
That's
want to
that
act the
self account.
motherfucker.
That's
You know
that
what I'm
self
saying?
accountability that
Man.
we got to start having and shit that I be
Right.
speaking
All
on. And
right.
self,
All right.
our
Police
biggest,
Hey,
our biggest
ourselves.
problem,
Police
our
ourselves.
biggest problem is self
Yeah.
accountability, and these people that duped us into finding every excuse for why shit is going on that we can fix ourselves and take away the self accountability
Hey,
and make
like
our
the
ass
Panthers.
delinquents.
We got to bring back the Panther spirit. We got to bring back the Panther spirit.
And we got might have to put some of this work in and talk like you might have to set up a motherfucking bullhorn or a motherfucking speaker with a microphone and just start, bro. Listen, bro. Like Malcolm X and them was doing, we might have to set that up. Like, yo, listen, fella, go around the
I'm
area,
with
tell
it.
the brothers, look,
Whatever
man,
works.
listen, fellas, we don't want to listen. We trying to fix our neighborhood up, brother. So if
That's
you're a
right.
Crip,
That
you
is
said
all
you're a
right.
Crip. You said you're a Crip. So Crip stand for community revolution and progress. You said you're blood, brotherly love overrides oppression and destruction. So that's what you're supposed to stand for. If you're
Yep.
not standing for that, then
Yeah.
niggas should off your
Hey.
ass. Niggas
Yep.
should off. If
hey,
you're not standing for what your principles are, even as that gang, niggas supposed to
you
handle you. You
lying.
supposed to be beyond disciplined. You
Big
supposed to
facts.
be,
Man.
you know what I'm saying? But see, you know what though? See, you don't have no real people out here. These niggas out here is agents, man. That's how these niggas able to go out
Yeah.
there and do all these shootings and then get right out. These niggas working for the goddamn, they working for the motherfucking CIA and FBI and all
Doing
that.
Yep.
interviews and shit and all this shit. Like, man, fam,
Fact. Fact.
motherfuckers got life, but get out and start doing interviews and shit. And I ain't saying that's the case, but man, that shit is real
Oh, that
suspect
is
to
the
me,
case.
bro. Because I'm gonna be real with you, like for instance, like I know the brothers is in Michigan. My family got a farm in Michigan, right below Kalamazoo. So, I know what's going on up there in Detroit and shit, bro. And he ain't lying. And just to be honest about it, it wasn't that many of them motherfuckers there not too long ago. Just like in a lot of our places, it wasn't a lot of them there not too long ago. They flooding these motherfuckers intentionally, and we turning a blind eye on some fake ass black and brown love. Like, nah, fuck that nigga. We the brown nigga. They
Yeah,
ass is
yeah,
foreigners.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You talking about they
Black
black
people
nigga?
foreigners.
That's the first thing you learn in kindergarten is goddamn colors, man. My daughter told me. My daughter was like, "No, he's not black. He's a little brown boy." And I just looked at her. I was like, I just started laughing like a motherfucker, yo.
I
Cause
know
I
you
said,
in
even
your mind.
she
I
gets
know
it.
in your mind you was like, "Thank you."
Yeah, I said, even she gets it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but we don't fucking get it. Neither do you got people out here. And listen, and even if you are black and you look at your skin and say you're brown, you should be asking, well, it's a goddamn oxymoron that you calling me black. Who the fuck came up with this shit? You know what I'm saying? Who came up with the fact that I'm black and I'm brown? You know what I'm saying? Who came up with that term? Because the term is basically to keep you under their
Hey,
political you know what I'm saying, aspirations, and that's another thing. Like what Ab TV said. He said working from the neck up and then working from the neck down. You work from
hey,
the
hey,
neck
one.
down.
A1. I swear, if you looked up right now pulled up on your screen, the wackest rapper in the world, you would see probably what they would consider to be a black man. The wackest rapper in the world is so dark. He's like charcoal gray. But I mean, this dude is so fucking hilarious because he really, really tries his best. But, but as you would say, a black man, you see this dude, he's so dark, bro. I mean, like I got the Mayweathers in my family, bro, are dark motherfuckers, bro. But they not fucking with this nigga on that level, man. This
Bro,
nigga supremely black.
ain't nobody actually black, and ain't nobody actually fucking white. We not no
No,
fucking
no, no, no,
crayon.
no, no. Listen, listen.
No, I wasn't
What
saying
I'm,
that to you, bro.
but what I'm saying is this is the misnomer term because it's a lot of tribes in Africa that's super pitch dark. I'm not gonna say black, but pitch dark. But that's what I'm saying. Like these motherfuckers try to paint that a black a or a black or a black immortal, all that shit. They try to paint it on everybody, no matter where they went to name themselves after the same people that was indigenous
And you
there.
gotta ask yourself this too, nigga. I got a motherfucking nation. My nation ain't derived from no goddamn colors. That's like a
Hell
motherfucker
no.
coming up and saying, "Hey, you," or motherfucker just saying, "Cause you, oh, I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna call you the color that I see you are, or whatever, or the color I perceive you, nigga. I ain't no goddamn color, nigga. I'm a damn god, nigga. You don't come up to me and say, "Hey, what's your nationality, nigga?" My nationality ain't black or brown or nothing. I mean, we might be that, but understand from a greater note, we have to get back to who we are, man. So with that being
Yeah,
said, man,
Yes,
I'm about
sir.
to
it
get up
does,
out of here, my
man.
brothers. I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Truth, Joe,
Peace,
Jack,
God.
TV,
Peace,
Mr.
peace,
Brooklyn. Get
God.
with me, Mr. Brooklyn. That's my motherfucking brother.
Hey,
Runaway
hey,
Slave.
A1. Hey, A1, man, we're going to have to do a build on the motherfucking national debt, too, so people can really comprehend what that's about.
We
I
can
have
do
found
that
some
when we do
things
the
in.
economic joint. If you wanna, and
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
said,
yeah, yeah.
man,
We can get in. We can get in on it.
tomorrow, tomorrow around like noon or whatever, we can definitely do it. We could do a build on that. If AP ain't going live, well, we could definitely do a build on it. We need to get with this economics, man, and start
Right.
trying to get to the people, man. Because besides we being aborigines, there's other aspects we gotta. We know we aborigines now, so we gotta start covering these other aspects, man, and working on our fucking people, bro. I'm
Yes,
saying?
Right,
sir.
So
right.
peace to the guys, man. I appreciate you brothers for
Peace to the
coming through,
gods,
man.
man. Peace out.
Definitely,
Salute,
man.
salute.
Everybody, man, y'all, you brothers and sisters, stay safe out there, man. Don't worry about that COVID shit. It's flu season, nigga. Where are the flu victims at? They ain't nowhere to be found, man. So, like I said, man, just look after your loved ones, man. Look after your people, man. When you get with your people over the holidays, even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, you niggas eat turkey. You love turkey salad, niggas. Turkey salad on some rye bread or some wheat bread is good than a motherfucker, right? Get with your people, and at the table, you let your ask them like, "You ever heard you was Indian or anything?" This is a roll call around the holidays when you get with your people who don't know. So with that being said, man, love and light to everybody, man. Thank everybody for coming through. Remember, you are the true Amarukans, and the United States is of the Amarukans. Okay. So with that being said, man, peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses. Your brother, your humble servant, Ahanu Kiel, aka A1, aka Thompson's one, man. And I'm out of here. Peace.